yepi amita pendwa ya vintu ifisume vyoto bula kwibukisha kana depotimo wimbo wa temenu wa katongi abazunga batita katongi nakula kwibukisha kateka kaibukubuna kapona neseko syove pamenso yangwa maume baya iyaba maume iyaba maume
kateka wabantu twakulira lelo twakulira shika kukonke milimo shove Eti kume moku la dolole avale lilo wingi
Iseko wingi mwakwete Iseko wingi mwakwete Mwaya mwende wino tata wesu
Katushi muchi wakege Wali bomba kale Lomba mwatuja tuleli lake
They trusted in God. Lesali bakosha bakana okusumina maisha abengi shinoshikana mumwana nguma politics abantu balanga folupia balatuka naba bakusha balatuka na ekleza bamubalingira fenchito yabo bashikofu apeshiko na balanda balebo obutego ati awo shimulefu amona ulolu papulo tefyo echo tukendera pa 28 tuko abulefyongo twaliendapo kuli ba mwana wasa we walked nomba kapokola spokesperson ati wati bakesa nemfuti bakesa mukututinya esa miberero lusemwa chepa sana. Amen. We shall stand up for what is right. Ba bishop mulandu balanda mwabatuka balelande chishinka mutu wewe nishi mule batukira uyu Dangote eba kateka ati monanga wali bomba tetulela anda okala sondafi bombe shobupera abantu ifi mwala mutuka ba bishop chama balande spokesperson apele bakusondere webele tukesa na nifunde shule konka ayo a politician imutaba mikate uyu alanda nkatuma abantu 15,000 bakesa myumoko yona ayamba kadaism tabalebeka tanomba moneni Daniel naba nankwe tabati nine tabaile sumino kuya mkunwa wine ya ku State House panemfu mtu wasefishe mailo the King of Kings. He doesn't rule from State House. Amen. He doesn't rule from palaces. He rules from the cross. Amen. And this is the cross here to listen okulande chinka kwa bulomwenso. Andrew and companions bali vepaya nishi ififina tule chitana lelo bali lande chinka icho Kristo abashirire babepayilapo. Go ahead, shoot, intimidate.
Malaiti na lelo kulibe
fertilizer famasa kwanisa bati uzati kwenyu sembe tenze tinazibati. This is what you meant. Kaleza sembe siti na vote. Talemana boaba, talemana boza. Basi eni baende tione kovina. Wenye wapaka, sweet tokaisha. Tifuna mariza utinoti mastori. Hapa mvula ya kwa manji mulimi sana fole fertilizer yodulatiza gula bonji apati enda kuma elections muzani pasa exuze bonji ndabachi onekani napanga mistake talemana boaba talemana boza basi eni kovina wenye wapaka sweet kaisha tifuna mariza usinoti mastori.
The dialogue on the constitutional reforms has failed. The Oasis Forum regrets to inform the public that it decided to pull out of the dialogue on the constitution amendment process when it became clear that the government was adamant on its position to continue with an illegality. It is for this reason that on the 29th November 2025, following its sitting, the Oasis Forum wrote to the Republican president on its principled stance on the matter, which later was delivered to the smaller team representing government on the 30th of November 2025. We do not believe that dialogue is tenable when the underlying concerns remain unaddressed. Our concerns were and are as follows. 1. Illegality of the process. The current process is in breach of the orders of the Constitutional Court. Therefore, continuing the process based on Bill number 7, which the government insists on, is effectively rubber stamping Bill number 7, whose initiation the Constitutional Court declared a nullity due to a lack of mandatory broad public consultations in the framing of the proposed amendments. The report and ensuing bill from the wake of the technical committee will in itself be illegal. Number 2, lack of legal framework and independence. The work of the technical committee lacks a legal framework to ensure its independence and public accountability, risking undue executive influence over what should be a citizen-driven process. Number 3, restrictive terms of reference. The terms of reference unilaterally prescribed by the government restrict citizens' submissions to the same clauses in Bill number 7, effectively resurrecting an illegality, election-centered agenda, and precluding a holistic reform. Failure to withdraw Bill number 7. Despite the Constitutional Court nullifying the initiation of Bill number 7 of 2025, the bill remains before the National Assembly, further entrenching an illegitimacy process. Tying to the 2026 electoral timelines. Rushing the reform process by tying its timelines to the 2026 general elections compromises inclusivity and national consensus, diverting agents from critical immediate needs like the cost of living, water shortages, and employment. There is no justification in whatsoever why the supreme law of the land must be amended in a rushed manner, less than 30 days, as though there is no tomorrow. Dialogue outcomes. Government intend to proceed. Despite presenting these profound and resolved concerns, our dialogue, including the meeting with the President, has yielded nothing. The government remains bent on proceeding with the current illegal and flawed process and has refused to withdraw Bill number 7 from Parliament formally. We reaffirm our non-negotiable preconditions for any meaningful dialogue. 1. Bill number 7 must be formally withdrawn from Parliament. 2. A fresh constitutional reforms process must be commenced, supported by legal safeguards, and be genuinely inclusive, not rushed, and holistic. Should this be attended to by government, we remain available to return to the dialogue table. Now a call to action for all Zambians. The refusal by government to heed advice on withdrawing the illegal Bill number 7 or offering alternative legally sound options is a serious threat to the integrity of the Zambia's foundational law and may result in anarchy. The government's current approach demonstrates an apparent lack of interest in genuine, people-driven dialogue. We therefore call upon all Zambians to stand in defense of constitutionalism, the rule of law, and good governance. We only have one Zambia. The Oasis Forum will continue to use all available legal means and possible engagement of the international community to ensure that government withdraws Bill number 7, which threatens our national values and principles of democracy, as well as constitutionalism, good governance, and integrity. We urge the government of the Republic of Zambia to withdraw Bill number 7 immediately and commence a legitimate, transparent, and people-driven constitutional reform process where amendments will be framed.
One day my wife was looking at a TikTok, which I think is something like that, which is AI generated. And I was kissing a young lady. Honestly. She said, Daddy, have you seen this? So I look at her and that, you continue what you're doing. It's not possible. But because we have a long trusting relationship, what about a young relationship? It could break this partnership because of AI generation. So what are you doing to peace with regard to those people? Why would you generate a thing like that? So there must be laws to protect innocent people, because laws should not be just be at large for lawbreakers. But when we enact laws to protect peacemakers who respect universal human rights, it becomes a problem. Icona. That's not right. And that's not equivalent to democratic space. The two are different. That's a crime.
Wednesday, 10th December 2025. Welcome to today's broadcast. Today we are looking at the state of the nation. The state of the nation remains of concern. Parliament has decided to proceed with the enactment of Bill 7. This is despite the concerns raised by key stakeholders, in many cases represented by the church, by the Law Society, by NGOs, and by your voice and my voice. Everyone has raised objection to this, but the obstinacy of the president, he has decided to proceed with this process. He set up a committee, a technical committee, in responding to the Constitutional Court case of Celestine Mkandila and Munere Zulu. He responded by, he didn't set up a legal framework, but he set up what he called a technical committee. The composition of it, if you look at it, they are not even a technical committee. But he called it a technical committee. They did work for 30 days and came up with a technical report and a draft constitution. Chief Government spokesperson Cornelius Mwetu held a press conference yesterday at which he said, look, we are not looking at the draft constitution and the technical report. If those two documents have to find relevance, they have to be submitted to the select committee that is analyzing Bill 7 and preparing Bill 7 for second reading. So this exercise was entirely futile, because what's supposed to happen there is that draft constitution that the technical committee came up with is supposed to be advertised, gazetted for a period of 30 days for your input and my input. And the technical report itself has to be submitted again by gazette notice for you to see if the compilation is what you submitted, or you are happy, or you'd like to give feedback or support. The president has abandoned that process. He doesn't have 30 days to gazette that document. Now they are urging the technical committee, which has been disbanded, which has finished its work, to find one of themselves to go and represent it to a select committee whose mandate is looking at Bill 7, the constitutional amendment of 2025, and the parameters, the 13 parameters. So the proposals that have come from the draft constitution, such as a parliament outside, selected from outside parliament, is no longer relevant. It can be considered, because Bill 7 has a narrow scope, very, very narrow, tunnel vision of what they wish to achieve. So today is the People's Forum and we are discussing State of the Nation. I'll be inviting you to participate right now. You should call. I have written something on my Facebook page and I wanted to inform you. First of all, this video by the president is a lie. Look at it. Look at it. Tawamona fe microphone ya kalambaba.
One day my wife was looking at a TikTok, which I think is something like that, which is AI generated. And I was kissing a young lady. Honestly. She said, Daddy, have you seen this? So I look at it and that, you continue.
There is no such video where the president is kissing a woman. You can use Siri, you can use Alexa, you can use AI, you can use any search engine, search for it. There is none. He's lying to the nation that the First Lady was watching a video where he was kissing a woman. It's just utter lies. The president doesn't see a microphone. I can tell you there is no such video. I personally just did that search. And if there was such a video, you know, when there are pictures, videos of the president, Freemasons, whatever, they go viral. If there's any issue around the president, he's a president of the Republic of Zambia, it goes viral. There he was, before a respected audience, telling a lie. And it's just typical for the president. I don't know why he finds it suitable to tell a lie. We want to call it a video of president, but maybe to was for such a video so that he appears that he didn't lie like he did. I've written this on my page, that EMV, which is this institution, with your help, will endorse a presidential candidate for 2026. I think that the search is over. I have had over 25 candidates that I've presented to you. I've accorded them 2 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours for you to review them, to hear their proposals. I think there's no platform that has accorded as many hours and as many phone calls as this program has done. So I think that going into the new year, the search is over. We can't be searching for a leader when we should have one amongst ourselves. So I've said in the next 1 month, I'll have a corner, whatever I'm discussing, whoever guests I'm hosting, whatever we are discussing, I'll have this corner where I'll invite you to make your view about who you think can challenge President Hakainde Hichilema and can help rule our country. Most of the presidential candidates that have come on this forum, quite credible. Some can make good ministers. Some can make good foreign diplomats. Not everyone can be president. We have to make a painful decision, but a decision that's patriotic, that benefits our country. And for that reason, I'm inviting you to participate on who you think should be president. So I said in the next 1 month, we'll have a corner to discuss this matter. It's not an opinion poll, but it's a discussion to help arrive at a sound and patriotic decision. It's not a commercial decision. And I've said on EMV, which is this platform, we've begun a process to endorse a presidential candidate. They may come from the PF or outside the PF, who we will support, who will root for, who will publicize, and who will use this infrastructure to support. Clearly, there will be many presidential candidates. I personally had hoped that the process we had begun will encourage these leaders to sit amongst themselves and choose one who can lead them. But it appears it may not be so. So, driven by deep sense of duty, deep sense of love for my country, and the urgent cause that is required, I've said for our platform, we'll pick a candidate who we will support. It doesn't matter what will be happening in the sphere. It doesn't matter who will participate, but I think that we'll have a duty of who to pick and support, and we'll run with that candidate. I may not know that candidate. He may not belong to the PF. I may not like them, but if I think that they are suitable and they can challenge President Hakainde Hichilema, we will pick such a leader. The process I had hoped was as the more we cover, you remember there were just 2-3 unique questions. Are you willing to work with others? Can you be led? If you're willing to lead, can you be led? Can you work with other colleagues? Those 3 questions never escaped over the 25 candidates that we featured. And this process for themselves to pick a candidate sadly has not mestacised for us, for themselves to have a candidate. We had hoped that would push and help the process, both within the PF and outside the PF, that a candidate amongst themselves, Bakalamba, they were trying to rule the country, they'll come together, they will rise above personal interests, and they will say, guys, who do you think should rule? Who do you think should lead us? And they rally behind such a person. Looking at the various factors, including greed, selfishness, over blotting of their own ego, over estimating them. This is a process we may have to help. So we've given on this platform credible space. We have not humiliated or embarrassed any candidate. In fact, this was one of the most positive forum because I ensured that we brought the best light out of these candidates. If you saw, every time I covered someone from a political party, for example, KBF, and I play his songs, they would say, Nomba mwambaya kuri KBF. I brought Mudolo, Nomba mwambaya kuri Mudolo. I bring Brad Munduvile, I play his songs, kuri Munduvile. I bring Sangwa, au mwambaya ka Sangwa. No, the thought has been that let's present a candidate in the best light, whether it was Dolly Kabanda, John Sangwa, Brad Munduvile, Grayford Monde, it didn't matter who. We gave them the good opportunity and we showed them the best we know how by helping expose them, questioning them, and leading them to a perspective where Zambians should see if they are able to lead. So I said, please, you help me, you who's listening, help me by calling and sharing your views. And like I said, it's not an opinion poll. We are not saying who will score the best. I think it's just who will be probably the best for our country. But your views matter. cardinal rule in everything that you be doing as you call, you are not allowed to insult or disparage other candidates. Just talk about your candidate. Say, my candidate is good. Given Mwelwa Katuta is a reverend, I like her. I think that she has shown bravery and she has shown a sense of independence from Unchelenge in a rural area. So I want you to qualify why you think such a candidate is better. This platform will not be one that insults other candidates. Our role in the opposition is to build one another, carry each other's cross, cover each other's weaknesses, to build, a credible opposition. I think that has been my cry and my hope. If we can't do it collectively, we can do it individually. Remember, I'd come up with a Project 2026, a plan of action for programs that can be, that can get the country out of the quagmire it is. I presented credible alternative policies to the to the UPND. Ideas that I had hoped that when the opposition come together, maybe these are ideas they could then pick, especially on major sectors, such as mining, agriculture, tourism, aviation, transport, and all these, education, health. We had presented Project 2026 for those that remember the early program. These were credible alternative position that we thought a candidate then can carry to, as a social contract with our people. Like I said, please note, this is not an opinion poll. It's not a popular contest. I think some leaders may not be popular, but are credible, are good for our country. Some are very popular, but there are issues of concern. But whatever it is, we'll come up with a candidate, guided by God, guided by you and me, and just with our experience over the years. So I've listed the people that have come on this forum. Many are already asking, namushako chimba kambwiri nga mao sampa. Ndaba bwarianga andu. Ndaba, there are many people who are still out there who are credible candidates, but they have not appeared on this forum, and I've not listed them because I've not asked them that question. Are you running for office? Are you willing to lead? Are you willing to be led? Will you respect the decision of others? I cannot include people who have not asked those credible minimum standard questions that I had asked all these that have come. That's one of the criteria. Of course, as they appear, we can include them. But I think I'm giving myself a limit of 1 month in which for you and me to help come up with a candidate. So I've listed Brian Mundubile, Fred Membe, Given Lubinda, John Sangwa, Kelvin Fubebwalia, Makebi Zulu, Dolly Kabanda, Chiala Kateka, Jackson Slavwe, Sakwiba Skota, Kapembwa Simbao, Andy Ford, Mayele Banda, Christopher Kangombe, Binwe Mpundu, Grayford Monde, Willa Joseph Mdolo, Given Katuta Mwewa, Kasonde Mwenda, Dr. Chitalo Chilufya, Dr. Sebastian Copeland. I've got 4 others that I'll add on this list. I have had 25 presidential candidates that are presenting to you as potential leaders of our country. And I've listed them as they appeared, not necessarily in any form of way, but these are the people that have appeared on my forum and have pledged to stand as presidential candidate in 2026. What is your say? I'm opening the phone lines. We are still in peril. The president received a delegation from the U.S. led by an assistant secretary of state, and there was a lot of excitement. An assistant secretary of state, we want to akwalesa niba PS wakunuku America, but kwa instance, especially the so-called $2 billion that has been pledged, but I haven't seen it on the official communication. I just saw on the post by the president that there's a $2 billion that has been pledged, but the official communication by the U.S. Embassy doesn't mention that figure. And that doesn't mean that a certain country has endorsed you. Remember, Edgar Lungu received $1.4 for $3 billion in the week we're going to elections by the IMF. The IMF were dishing out these monies to all their members who had suffered because of COVID. So there was a unilateral executive board decision that each country should receive in accordance with their quota and contributions. And Zambia received, I think, $1.3 or $1.5 billion a week before elections. Of course, the PF wanted to run with it, that this is an endorsement that the IMF have supported us. Of course, it wasn't. Similarly, the US here are crafting programs for Africa. It doesn't matter who is in government, and there are areas of priority such as countries that have critical minerals. And the permanent secretary that was in Zambia is from the economic part of State Department. You will see his position is from the economic side. So those are looking at issues of economy and US's own national interest. Bill 7 is progressing to enactment. I am worried. You ought to be worried. Bill 7 will forever change the structure state of our country. It is an instrument designed to allow a minority president who, until we defeat tribalism, you will have laws like Bill 7, where a president who's coming from a minority tribe wishes to impose his will. He's copying from Rwanda, for example. If there was a popular ordinary vote, and if people are in tribal enclaves, Kagame would not win that election. So he put what were safeguards to himself: alienate the opposition, outlaw the opposition, and then craft the constitution in a manner that favors him all the way. Similarly, this president is doing the same. Zambia is a nation that's united in its diversity. There's no tribe that's superior to the other. There's no tribe that's minor to the other. When a president begins to think tribally, nepotistically, begins to think how he can beat the system and the popular vote, such a president is a danger to our country, is a danger to our national security. That's what Bill 7 presents. It's such a dangerous document. It will change the structure of our country. And it is sad that he's taking advantage. He has tested Zambians. He has tested you and me. Remember there's a story of one dictator who before, his cabinet accused him that he was doing things that were perilous to the nation. The nation was in anger. Half the nation was in anger. There was Kwali Chilale Chibisana. And they were predicting to him that, Mr. President, you will fall. You will fall. There is popular discontent against you. So he came to cabinet meeting with a chicken, and he plucked a feather from a chicken. One by one, the chicken was bleeding. And everyone was shocked. It was a very sad sight. The chicken was crying, scratching him, trying to free itself from the pain, but was removing one feather after that. Then he let the chicken. Then he got stock feed and put his hand to the chicken. The chicken that has been brutalized, whose feathers have been plucked and is bleeding, came to this man because he had a morsel of stock feed in his hand and began to eat from that hand. This is what President Hakainde Hichilema has tested you and me. He's put us to the worst hunger. He's put us to the worst position. And then he's happy to see us come and feed from his hand despite the pain that he has caused us. You should see through it. The numbers and lines are now open. You can discuss any matter, but there is a preference today. I've started a process to pick a candidate that I think we should support, you and me. And that candidate, the criteria is very simple. It's a candidate we think that can challenge President Hakainde Hichilema, a candidate suitable to rule our country, a candidate who's good for our country. There's no time. In the new year, we'll only be talking of 8 months. And by May, they should present, they should file in their nominations. So there will be not much time because you have to have 3 months of campaigns. So I think that we can't have the luxury that our friends in the opposition have. They think they have time. They think that 1 day is a long time. Yes, it is a long time in politics, but I think that let's help the process. Who do you think can be a president amongst those I have listed?
Kwenyu ndemwe chabe mabanja onanjala mkomo ndalama zonse mutumbalano masukwa kuchuluka pa mutupatu. Time is up, time is up. Kwenyu not enough. Time is up for your lies and bluff. Time is up, time is up. Kwenyu not enough. Time is up for your lies and bluff.
Hello, caller. We have the first caller. Caller, please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Kafwimbi, let me reduce your lovely song that you were playing. You know, you nearly want to stand up and dance to listen to this song. You know, and you are very particular today. You are talking about candidature and the people who you think, and you just want us to express who we think. So before I start watching the Arsenal match, I said, let me contribute, be the first to contribute. What we are not seeing is that we need someone like Makebi. Me, I'm for Makebi. Because Makebi requires interaction you have on grassroots. You've asked us for our personal opinion.
Mkwa, you are allowed. You are allowed. The rule is very simple. Just don't disparage other candidates. Just speak about your candidate.
Yes. I think about my candidate. And then if my candidate can also go and find someone like Kapwepwe, you know, they can beat the pants down because the country is tired. But those are my opinions. And I wanted to express it. And Makebi, it is because of the interaction with the people. Makebi will talk to anyone, he will go to anyone, he will do whatever. And I am for Makebi. So, opinion yandi na totera, and I'm looking forward to listen to other people.
Thank you very much, my dear brother. Thank you, thank you.
Kanizanu ndizopanda pindu anakulira miseu mwatu tikufuna chilengedwe chazo pano osati mapoke tanu opindika ndalama.
Hello, caller, please tell us your name and where you are calling us from, and tell us your preferred candidate.
Ambassador iwamu nkongyava mwabombeni mkwari bakuleta uyu mulimo kalambanganshi. Ambassador inendea kuli Makebi Zulu nochanalaila kuli Makebi Zulu pantunishima pepo wefunde Bible yako erupapulo oro rupapulo lwapangirwe komukuteke chalo key number 1 ngachakwe bati rupapulo tuli konka wino sana na pali ino ishita Zambia nga twalifika patali nombo mwandu wakwe bati ko tufikire twalitoba sana urupapulo na abantu bambya bakongere ko urupapulo iba mwana wasa so ekire pibulo ko bati umuntu wako konko urupapulo takwata akapaturura is ready kubombana abantu abali bonse as long as umuntu aleko ngefunde ngato befunde noti funde yakwe bati mwatumira judge phone yacho oyo muberengere nawe judge umwe ngafu mapanipa afure na yena nomba parambo kuba activated kulingana na nefyo asomene pantu rupapuro tso walenge nchito shesu Zambia kufukana panshi rupapuro rulalenga n'emibombere isuma kwambira kuri bakafunyisha ama civil servants because once baba affiliated no rupapuro.
Thank you ba. Thank you ba. Ba Munkonge.
Karupapuro nga twali konka tukara twatina nokula sakira amatemu nshira pantwara ishiwo kwebati. Ukusaka amatera ngokupepa fo akapa pachintu wingi mukupitira fira nishe mukwama. Then kuri ababambi ababe minine na bena munshira imbi pantu rupapuro wa konka kutwa kwata ko chance yakubapera ma ministry yo benga twafu ako umitekere ya charo pantu nishi tule wombera cha pamo so pali wa makebi nga chakwe bachi limbi amatoni yabakwati yafurungana ko pa wa makebi ba mundubire kutwa bako alignment bawo oro chimbe cyo na supportera wa makebi because wa makebi mu jane yawo ikintu ba sangwa amafi ekikulu sana ni pa fyachiriro ninchito ikalamba sana pantu pachiriro kula bokulubana pantu nena jishibe kinene chinka ofyo bachita pachiriro okuyichefya not ma propaganda babo mufika pali bena pantu nena jishibe kinene chinka pantu nga muntu akweba atakwa tokutonto kutekanya no kuyikwato rupapuro mukatika kakwe ngabali rufyanya akali.
Thank you ba Munkonge. Thank you. There are so many calls. There are so many calls ba Munkonge. At least you have said your candidate. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you're calling us from.
All right. Thank you for this opportunity. My name is Reynolds Kazeze, Ambassador.
Oh, yes, Reynolds.
Yes. Thank you. So my candidate is given Honorable Given Luwinda, and my reasons are very simple. Honorable Given Luwinda has a very good track record. First of all, he is a man who has been in the patriotic front and in governance for quite a long time. He knows the history of the patriotic front, and he has a very good experience with governance as compared to most of these other candidates that may seem to be very prominent. And then one other major thing that I think us Zambians don't really are not keen on, and we lose sight of it. We're clouded by the noises and the flickering lights. Is when we just hear a name, immediately we begin to gravitate towards that without looking at someone's track record. I believe a good leader, for you to become a good leader, the first thing that must be very consistent with you unequivocally should be that you should be a very good follower. A follower that is respectful, a follower that does not undermine the authority that is above you. Okay, whether that leader is young or older than you, or they've got more experience or no experience at all. As long as they're your leader. Mr. Honorable Given Luwinda, when you look at his track record, in 2011, when in the convention when he contested with Basata, he won that convention. But he was asked to say, hey, the big man is kind of, he was talked to. And he submitted. And he was started following. When Edgar Lungu came, he submitted. And without any sort of, distastefulness in his character, he served under Balungu diligently, humbly. A man that even after Balungu, retired, he was called upon to take over the reins and be a steward and a caretaker. For me, even for Lungu in his own wisdom, may his soul rest in peace, to have thought that Mr. Luwinda, Honorable Luwinda, can be the man that can harness and be able to, steward and look after the political party. Things have not been as good as, because obviously there's an invisible external forces that have come in coordinatively using, government machinery and finances and manipulations.
Reynolds, wind up. There are so many calls.
Okay, so thank you, Ambassador. Getting carried away.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I think you've made your point. Yeah, thank you.
Yes. No, thank you. It's fine. Thank you.
Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Oh, thank you, finally. It's like I've won a jackpot. Honestly, for 2 months I've been trying. I was even asking God that should I go fasting? Should I do fasting for me to get through to
I'm so sorry because you callers take forever. Even when you are hearing the other person's calling in the background. So, but I'm so sorry. I'm glad that you went through. Make your contributions, my sister.
Okay, I'm Brenda calling from Germany. I just want to say, okay, I'll use Bemba, yeah. Mukumana kwa ntine fendesh mwana pase uinga tuteka fe wino mu Zambia fe ni makepizoro. We have seen how he has managed the funeral of our beloved president. He's a calm person and he's sober. And I think when as we are going for election next year, how to age my fellow Zambian that took up for Makebizoro. And it's a pity that Machita guy do quite that feel kwenda pali bambia mama presidential candidate.
Because
the one thing that I've seen again, other presidential president who are aspiring to lead us, but they are selfish, they are self-centered. Matters there, to say, even if they stand, they will not win. Just because they become, sorry to use this word, they become big-headed to say, Kuchiba winner. But I pray to God that and everyone should rally behind Makebi Zulu. I think you are also a very good leader. You have these good qualities and you are a calm person. Look at, you are a crowd puller, Bamwamba. And I wish if you're saying that you have to myself vice president. And I know but it will not work because it's like he's carrying the torch and the favor of God is upon him. I pray that Zambia will go for him in the name of Jesus Christ. Stay blessed, my brother, and God bless you.
Thank you very much. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Good afternoon, Ambassador.
Good afternoon.
I'd rather remain anonymous.
Anonymous, make your contributions.
Ambassador, I won't even beat around the bush. For me, my candidate is Makebi Zulu. Reason one, I think we have given enough time to the older generation to lead us. But now I am very disappointed with what they are doing. They can't be telling young people to say, Mule Bombesha. Meanwhile, they are holding those offices. And I'm saying this because of what I saw, a recent post I saw, I think from the Minister of Health, who was talking about the youths not being employed just because they are volunteering and such stuff. So for me, I think Makebi is someone who's going to look at the youths, him being a young man. And I think that's what we need. And in Bemba, there's a saying where we say, imiti kula impanga. But like right now, our youths are not doing anything. Our youths have been neglected. So now if we continue having old people, where are the youths going to be? So for me, it's Makebi Zulu. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Mr. Paul, I'm calling from Osaka.
Yes, Mr. Paul.
I'm going for Munduvire.
Okay.
Yes, I'm going for Munduvire. There is leadership in him. That's what I can say.
Okay. Thank you. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Hello. Yes, Mwamba.
Good evening.
Good evening. This is Mr. John.
John, make your contributions.
Yeah. What I wanted to say is that we just want to thank you for bringing this. We need to move like the way what you have done. I really appreciate you, Mwamba, because you have been a key actually to this. And it's good that now we are going on another level. So what I wanted to say, Mwamba, is that when you check all the presidential candidates, all of them actually they lose the quality of as But as you have mentioned, actually, we just need one because we cannot pick all of them. My thinking is that Brian Mundubile, if you check, he can be a very good and unifier president.
Yes, please continue so that we, yes, just hold on.
Yes, he can bring he can unite this country because one, he has been our leader even in parliament and also even on the grassroots, someone who is able to unite and bring people together. And also when you check his leadership style, he's not someone who can not just come and start maybe imprisoning people like that, but someone who can unify people by bringing almost everyone on board. So I'm going for Mundubile because I've seen the quality of his leadership, even in parliament and also outside parliament, and also the way he has been bringing people together. I think he can be a very, very good president, especially this time around where we need someone who can unify all of us. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Hello, caller, please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Good evening, Ambassador.
Good evening.
Yes, my name is Andrew. I'm calling you from within Osaka.
Andrew, make your contributions.
I'll be very straight. I think I was supporting a certain candidate, but now, you see, now Ambassador, and I respect that. But there's a candidate that I was vouching for. Now, behavior no. Be money pomposti, money pomposti, money kuitukumona, and money disrespect. You know, me, I believe in order and discipline. You know, sarula ba acting president were given Rubinda sarula, kuwachita disrespect na mnanje uyo leader any problem. And for that reason, I actually withdrew my support for that candidate. I withdrew it out of principle because the next 4 year Ufiengo. I like.
Who is your candidate so far? Who is your candidate so far? Yes.
I am now endorsing. Yes, now I was coming there. I was coming there. Now I am endorsing Honorable Makebi Zulu. I think Honorable Makebi Zulu is sober. Honorable Makebi Zulu is the person who can unite the party. Honorable Makebi Zulu is the person who can unite this country. And Honorable Makebi Zulu, I think he is a person who is very principled. So I'm hoping that Makebi Zulu can get the top slot. And hopefully, if Lesa Pala, as running mate.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Hello, please call us. Just be brief. Speak to about your candidate. Don't speak about others. Just speak why you think your candidate is better suited.
Okay. Good evening, Bamwamba, and thank you so much for what you are doing. I'm calling from Netherlands, and I just want to say that we have been given one penalty, and the only person who is gonna help us to score that penalty, it is Makebi. The reason why I'm going for Makebi because he has given the evidence that he cannot be bought, and also. I'm not saying that other candidates are not perfect, but in this moment, Zambians right now, we are not looking at the tribe, we are not looking at the names. We are looking at a person who is able to perform and also who has given the evidence that this person is going to protect our constitution, is going to unite our country, is going to protect our minerals and to put our people first. And the thing is, when I'm not pointing out the people, but most of candidates that we have in PF, government, I mean, they have worked in the government before, and we don't have the evidence of what they have done. But some, they are also MPs. When we ask them where they are presenting the provinces, they don't have the evidence of what they have done, and to protect the people in provinces. But also, if you are MP, how can we trust you if you allowed the cyber bill to be to be passed in Parliament when you were around there. So we don't have time, and we are going for Makebi. And Makebi does not mean that it was not attempted to dump the body of Maediga. He has been offered a lot of money, but he has said no. So if he can really abandon the billions of dollars and to say, I will not betray Maediga, we are going for Makebi. Thank you so
very much. Hello, caller. Please call us. Be brief. There are so many people trying to call in. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you're calling us from.
Yes, Nicholas. Imbira ya mushitaba ya.
Yeah, hello. Uh-oh. His number is reconnecting. He must be in a poor network. Hello. You are disconnected. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
All right. Okay.
We can hear you, my brother. Please make your contributions.
All right, thank you. Inongonde tumina pandi kukashikishi echerengana network umfikeko kwatile putaika wa mwa.
So landa bwangu ba candidate bobe wa kashikishi. Potaila putuka.
Okay, inapande na wa Brian Munduwile.
Okay.
Necho ndeila na wa Brian Munduwile ni pamulandu wakumona leadership yao. Wa Brian Munduwile nabe kata naba bale bomba bwino sana mu parliament nero bali bantu anikana bale parliament yapo peka iyo ba Brian Munduwile bali kwata experience kabiri ba Brian Munduwile bali kwata n'omutima w'abantu efyo kiri ningi shibakuli abali knowledge nali aba Brian Munduwile sana abali ku diaspora 3/4 abali ku diaspora baleona oleshina lya Brian Munduwile okutira tino ba Brian Munduwile wanu bale bomba na ba opposition na so na bale bomba na ruling party ba Brian Munduwile iyo bali kwata contract ngani kuisoko bali firo okubomba na fimbi fya sharo kati opande wa Brian Munduwile ni waburu abana lumango mwamona te abo fefense befirefu mina kubantu sana bali ku diaspora but ine chinga ndemweba ilero bamwamba finondela ndi kukashikishi abali background bambitema callers nokuba pano pene tulera nde because ma callers fya baba kuno kutumira ku kushani uko background 3/4 bamwamba wesu bali ba Brian Munduwile abali muno mu Zambia noti abali ku diaspora wabashaka vote kono kuvota lero ndela ndi abali muno mu Zambia abengi umuntu balefu ya ilelo ni Brian Munduwile.
Thank you very much. Thank you from Kashikishiki. There are so many calls. Just be brief. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from. Endita yama mwabombeni. Bakaluba kushiwangandu twebeni bani murefu aya
nachafa nokuipusha ba ambassador iyi debate ikankala sana. Now how I wish kuti mwatupela kufe like bao data ya ba candidate bonse.
Okay.
Akwebati abantu baishiba experience bakwete
awe bayama abantu baye batambe ababonza ama candidates balisa pano baikala na ine 2 hours. My encouragement is kabien kuma video yakale mu batambe bali ilondolola abene bali ilondolola.
Hello,
abene bali ilondolola kale. Just go back to the videos I've featured all these candidates. Oh my God. Shwangandu, proceed with your contribution. Proceed.
Okay, thank you very much. So, for kulanga chakwebati, once abatukweta leaders abalechitaspire kubaba president wa Zambia. They have got the potential quite okay. but we need to look at their experience and their achievement in their personal capacity as individuals. What I have seen of late, some leaders, especially for me, I would vouch for Hari Kalaba. This is the man that has been there for some time now. And he came on the market when it was not even fashionable, when the opportunity was not even seen, or the failures were not even seen of the UPND. This is the man who came on the scene. Now, one of the things that we need to look at as Zambians, let's take a leaf from the 2021 general election. We had Bahaka in there the first, the second we had His Excellency Walungu, may he so rest in peace. Then the third person who came out in that 2021 general election, it's Hari Kalaba. And then look at how his party was messed up by the hand somewhere. Now, this is a person who has not given up, despite what they went through in the DP. He came back and formed another party called Citizen First. And the man has traveled. Now, if we look at all these candidates that are prospecting to stand as presidential candidate for the 2026 general election, I think Kalaba has traveled all over Zambia. And the name is all over Zambia. And it's pretty much easy for the people to remember or to recognize the name because of his participation in the general election. Now, if we Zambians, we can just look at and analyze, I know he might have his own issues or failures with his colleagues and all that, but in terms of the desire and the passion that he has, for me, I would suggest and I will employ and urge all Zambians, let's consider this Hari Kalaba. First of all, he has proven to us he's very consistent. He has got the civil service experience. He served as a foreign affairs minister, so he basically has got that international exposure. Apart from just that international exposure, he participated in the general election when it was not fashionable in 2021.
Thank you. You have said that point. You've said that point. Thank you very much. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Hello, good evening. Now, I remain anonymous.
Anonymous, make your contribution.
Yes, please. I would not endorse a candidate, but I will just formulate a team that I feel like can work together and win. I really do concur with the previous caller, and I feel like we need Brian Mundubile, Hari Kalaba, and John Sangwa to work together, EFF as well. I know you didn't include Bakason Demwenda, but I think we do need him. So if we have this team, we are good to go.
Thank you, caller. This lady who's anonymous is proposing a team instead of a candidate. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Yeah, I'm calling you from Osaka.
Yes.
I want to remain anonymous.
Anonymous, make your contributions.
Yes, please. Let's be serious as a nation once. And I am trying to look at the history even for the whole PF. Right now, the PF is in disarray in terms of what the system is doing to it. But internally, it's very democratic. Everybody's got their different opinion and views and everything. Right now, we've got two contenders, which is Brian and McKibby. I'll go for Brian.
Thank you very much.
Because Brian stood for the party from inception. He didn't come up on this platform like a fluke, like the way I'm looking at the others who are currently being favorites. Not that they're bad candidates. And if you look at you and the rest of them, you had intentions from the get-go. After ECL lost the elections, you all had your intentions, and Brian was one of them. The other guys have just come up now due to certain factors, I believe, because some have tested the power of being in politics, being the leader at the helm. They had no intentions. It's like, oh, I can do this, which I find, not really favorable. And all this mileage which is being thrown at Brian is all irrelevant. Let just people rally behind, and democracy is right. It's good. Everybody can choose who they want. But Brian has been focused. Brian has been building members in parliament who can fight and do the right thing for this country. Even as you see the Bill 7 right now, Brian is moving with the MPs. They're all moving together to go and try to fight this system, because the enemy that we have right now is the UPND and the government. And if we keep on fighting within ourselves and we're not choosing a leader promptly and quickly, we're headed for doomed. So we need to open our eyes and let's choose that Brian is the future. Brian is already like miles away. He has it already. The structures that we endorsed him, 70% of the structures. Why are we wasting time? Let's just move on and try and find something that we can do. That's my contribution.
Thank you very much. Hello, caller, please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Well, this is Kapia calling from Chicago.
Hello?
Kapia, make your contributions.
Bamwamba ikikwanka bachimwena kumampalanya efo fwe babemba tulanda eto nala ipsha kwa mazambians nichi. Why is it that UPND is rallying behind Brian Mundulile?
No, let's not talk. No. Speak,
Okay,
Kapia. Speak about your candidate. Let's not use the forum to disparage MCAN.
My candidate, honorable, my candidate is Makebi Zulu. This man, we've seen what he has done, what he's been doing to people in Zambia. This man has stood. This is the man who bribe. He's very steady, very brave, and with a lot of integrity. Especially in Ndangana Mayo. This is the man who has been there. The very good example when Madam Mumbipiri was there. Bamakebi Zulu has been for Bamayoba Mumbipiri. Not just Mumbipiri. A lot of people. He's been there for people. Not he's not Mshani Nabwadi. He's not Msedela Kwakaba. He means it. A man full of integrity. A man with the fear of the Lord, which is the beginning of wisdom.
Thank you, Kapia.
He's the right person. That's why everyone is on him. We talk of Tier 1, we talk of Abengi. They have given him names. Why? Because this is the right person they are fighting. I go for Makebi Zulu. Thank you.
Thank you, Kapia. Thank you very much. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from, and tell us your candidate.
Kelvin Berry calling from Choma, Southern Province.
Kelvin, make your contributions.
My candidate is Makebi Zulu. It's a simple and straightforward thing, because as soon as Makebi Zulu came on the scene, I've never seen such excitement with people like the excitement that I saw after the announcement that Makebi Zulu is standing. It's as simple as that. If we want a vehicle to use to see us through, I think Makebi Zulu is the right person to get us there. There is no other person who's made so much impact and so much noise like he has. I think I would go for Makebi.
Thank you very much, caller. The instructions are very clear. Don't disparage other candidates. Just tell us who you think is your candidate. This is not a forum that is negative. This is a positive forum. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Hi, Honorable Mwamba. This is Basil Siame. I'm calling you from the United Kingdom.
Thank you.
I'm a regular listener and a keen follower of this program. It offers so much insight and so much oversight on our democracy in Zambia. I was going to say a couple of things before I give you my preferred choice, but I think it's better I air out my preferred choices, and then perhaps if you allow me, maybe add one or two things.
That's okay.
I marvel so much about how people miss you out as a candidate, for leadership. I think you espouse a lot of knowledge about our country. You espouse a lot of intention around democracy, which I think are the hallmark of leadership that we require, given the environment that we are in. But I'm also aware that, you know, as a nation, we tend to be shallow in how we consider our leadership. Evidently, we've seen where we've ended up, and I will give Akainde Hichilema credit because he performed so well in opposition, and it was very difficult for people to see through him. So he managed to get through, but evidently has never had Zambia at heart to be the president of Zambia. You know, but without you on the ballot, my preference will probably be given Lubinda. And he hasn't come as the first choice. I think I would have gone for Brabant Mundubile previously. But I just think given Lubinda has tried in very, very demanding environments to provide leadership in the best way he can, despite, you know, the consistent attacks and focus from the executive on the patriotic front. I think he has done his favorable best to hold the ship together and hold everybody together. And I think if you look at one other key important aspect is the evidence of people and their experience in leadership. And I think amongst the crop that we've got currently, I think given Lubinda has served the Kabwata constituency for 20 years. He has served as Justice Minister, Agricultural Minister, and he has got a credible sense of leadership that at least I feel from the outside world that seems to have been demonstrated in the last 4.5 years when obviously our departed leader, Edgar Chagwalungu, may he so rest in peace, was first absent, and then when he came back, and obviously after his demise, I think then the man has stood and shown some credible elements of leadership. So I would like to contribute to that extent, but I would have preferred your candidacy if you had gone in and be able to stand on the ballot. Myself, I would have preferred your candidacy.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
You demonstrate the values that we want to see in our leadership.
Okay.
And I'll end there.
Thank you. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from. Hello, caller.
Good evening. My name is Nancy. I'm calling from. Hello.
Yes, Nancy. Proceed with your contributions. Proceed with your contribution,
Okay, so
Nancy.
my first choice was going to be yourself, Ambassador Mwamba, because I think you have shown great calmness, soberness of mind, and maturity in all your political discourse. But since you are not going to be standing, my next option is Makebi Zulu. I think he has shown us that he's someone who can stay calm in situations of great pressure with the way he has handled the issue of our former and late president. And he seems to be someone who is not excited easily by, popularity. And he seems to be someone of steady hand, a sober mind, and he's someone who can calm the storm. So he can be able to unite this country, unite people, and provide steady leadership in times of great pressure and difficulty. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from. Endita Mwabombeni. Bamulenga twebeni ba candidate munga fwaya.
Vakandidate ndibonse vala chakuwanya baba mwamba chakutasha chakutotero kweva ti government PF yali kwata makandidate ava included na imwe vene kuma apa makandidate mulela ngokwe va pali candidate otwinga time ngokwe va ti awe uyutali bwino ni chofe pantu palefo ikwafyo muntu unga umo ngakumipanga twamipange chintu vava fya dio yu candidate tumubike pali vamonse ufyo muti twamupanga umo tamukwete na problem nangu iliyonse because twalimo nokwe vati bonse omwapita mu government mwali bombo kwata experience pomo buketa lelo epo tule monokwe vati aveki mwaisa monokwe vati kuli ukutambo kula sontana lelo ine kuti nate mokwe vati pavantu babiri otwale monokwe vati kuti twasisa Makebi Zulu alife bwino kai valela ndokwe tulefo abaiti na uvene wa Makebi Zulu ngachakuti atwali vatungirire imbe vengesa turondorera ko efe wa mdala vaendelele efe yachitike so kuti twatema wa Makebi Zulu twana vena atotera mkwali.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Make your contribution. Don't disparage any candidate. Just support your candidate And the candidates are not just those in PF. I have listed 20 candidates from the opposition who have been on this forum. Hello, caller, please tell us your name and where you're calling us from.
Hello, Ramamba. This is from Livingston.
Yes, Mwewa.
First of all, the Poshakove Karacharo. And then also the Poshakone Ramamba, and they also appreciate you for the work you're doing.
Thank you.
Before I come to my preferred candidate, I had a suggestion. The way we are calling in, it's okay, but I feel that if you can open up debates for these candidates, and then they should be going for rounds, and then eventually we will come up with one through the debates that these people will be providing. And I suggest that you become a moderator, because the job that Ambassador have raised is quite a very, very important job, and we should treat it as something that is going to change our country. So the leader that is going to come out of EMV, I'm sure that's a leader who is going to reflect in all the opposition political parties. So for me, I would advise that before anything, we expose them to debates, and then people will be seeing and voting whatever it could be that you can come up, so that we can come up with a very, very good leader. Now, when I come to the preferred candidate, I think amongst the people that you've listed, I can safely say that they are all good leaders. They are all good leaders. The likes of Munduvire, the likes of Makebizuru, and for Makebizuru, he's very loyal, and I love him for that. And then the other thing that I would also want to clarify is that the issue of maybe Dr. Edgar Chagwarungu is a collective issue within the PF structures. It's not a job for one person. We cannot credit one person to the causes that, to those that have fought for Edgar Lungu. I think it's a collective thing. So my preferred candidate, Honorable Mwamba, that I can prove with scientifically, is Honorable Given Luwinda. Honorable Given Luwinda, I think the time that he got into Kawata constituency, in terms of development, Kawata was at number 68. But after Mr. Luwinda's 20 years, in terms of development, Kawata is the most developed constituency in Zambia. Besides that, when we talk of experience politically, I think we need somebody who is very, very strong, with a very, very strong leadership background. The leadership background for Mr. Luwinda can be traced. So, apart from experience, when Dr. Edgar Lungu left the office in 2021, he personally appointed, within the Central Committee, appointed Mr. Luwinda as a vice president. And when Dr. Edgar Lungu came back into politics, before he went for medicals in South Africa in January, he appointed Mr. Luwinda to act as a PF president as well as the Tonsi Alliance president. So if we cannot get anything from those appointments by Edgar Lungu, then I don't know. Then besides that, Honorable Luwinda has held the Patriotic Front in this very, very difficult situation. And if you remember very well, I think he was one of the first leaders to be arrested by this government. So for me, the firmness, the stability, the experience, the wisdom, I think on the issue of nation, on this matter of national importance, I think we don't need experiments, Honorable Ambassador. What we need right now is experience, not an experiment. I submit.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Callers, you can call. We've listed about 20 candidates that have appeared on this forum, and they've offered themselves to lead our country. What is your view? I think that the search has to come to an end. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you're calling us from.
Hello, caller. Tell us your name and where you're calling us from.
Hello.
Yes, caller, please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Hello, Ambassador. Yeah, I'm nameless as usual. Yeah,
Okay.
calling from the diaspora. Yeah, we've been already condemned, but it doesn't matter. Yes. Ambassador, what I would like to say is I'm talking, out of my experience as a mother. Navika bonse pamo, bonse bakankala tetuba kwechishe na panch bonse ava. Lelo kulolesha pamuntu omumwenye okwebati kutya mikwatilo omutima. Bonse aba bantu bali kwata sana my experience. I even agree with the previous caller who just called before me. Yeah, what he has said is very true. Lelo muchalo mnyesu kuli ukuchula. So abantu balefu okulolesha pamuntu wakwata oluse. So inobo ninga sala pali ababonse ni bamakebi Zulu. Kumlandu wakwe bati bamakebi Zulu bali kwata echikuku. Yeah. He has the empathy and also sympathy. He's a person who is so humbled. We have to look at somebody who can look after Zambia, who can look after everybody. Yes. Once about what I experience. So in an awika makebi Zulu mandini, kulanda fechinga.
Thank you very much, caller. Thank you. Hello, please keep on calling. Let's hear your views. We have so many calls, but we'll take as many as possible. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Ambassador Nivomsonda, calling you from Kabwe Central Province.
Please make your contributions.
Abale makana fwayo kuba bakateka mashuwi na lasusa kuli beno kwebati ero Samuel atumino munganda yakwa Jesse ukuyasala wala bemfumu Samuel ale mwana kunse lero lesa ale mwana mukati imwe bonse mwe makene. You've got the potential to become president, but God has only one whom He's going to choose at the appropriate time, and the Lord knows. May the direction that the Lord will give each one of you accept and move together, just like the family of Jesse, the firstborn, the second, and all the rest respected the decision of God when David was called upon and was anointed to be king of Israel. Therefore, let us remain united and know that Zambia is greater than all of us. Bantu n'obufungu akumulu waba kulyabo abakaichefya ng'abaana banono ekyo akatutumushi n'okuyibikapo keba mu mitima sheno ichefyeni ku bantu lese upero obutungulushi kabirese ofumyapo mushiteyayana ero kyala Afika lekeni yo kasalwa akakunkumba abanankwe n'okwendera kyapamo bantu Zambia yali kirapo okuchira ifo bonse lesami pale.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Family, we have said the search is over. We can't be searching forever. We need to begin to close to who we think should lead our country. And in the new year, we should have such a name. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from. Hello, caller.
Hello. How are you, Mr. Emmanuel?
Very well, thank you. Please tell us your name and where you're calling from, and tell us your preferred candidate.
I'm one of the constituent chairmen in Zambia for PF, and my candidate, I would pick Makebi Zulu, because Makebi Zulu has got a potential of ruling Zambia, and he's got a popular support for the Gen Z, and he's the person who the UPNG failed to bribe, because it was in South Africa. People could go there with a lot of money, but he couldn't abide to it, meaning that he is consistent and he cannot be bribed. And he's the person for the people of Zambia. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Hello, my mom.
Nabomba Mkwai.
The name Danwa Pe calling from Zambia, Lusaka.
Dan Mwapet, give us your preferred candidate.
Vaimano tapali nevi akwati tuambe nokusava ntano kufuaya uchitashani chintu chadiranga. Vakalamba Mzambia twalimo nevo twaikala nokuchuleve tulechula. The only candidate ungeza tufanya muli problem ni Makebizu. Tapali na ngumo. Makebizulu alikuwa ta experience ya law ichalo tufwa kwa kutekwa nefunde. 2 Makebizulu alibomba na ba Edgar Lungu alipo minister. Alibomba na ba Edgar Lungu mushite Italy. Na ishiba ma programs ya ba Edgar Lungu bashide nayo batantike. Tatulefwa ba try and hela. Tatulefwa bakwati ngatwa mubika po akese amba futi nawo akambio koteshive ama problems tulepitamo lero tatulefwa tukabwekere mwawe tulefwa omuntu wakwanga twabika nga vyafina baediga ndio twabikirepo baediga baje twalira po basata bashirire na ifo benefe tulefwa ira we want to put Makebizulu para so that Makebizulu bakese chita continue program hiyo ba lungu bali no kuisa mkubomba abapita mu 2026 nangu ababa eligible nangu abakano kufa so that the fire abantu akwati batezambo kutola tole fya kuchita apa president Makebizulu abena Zambia bonse abe shibe fya batefwa echalo echukuisa funtu kokuya kuntanshi. Let's support Makebizulu. Is the man of vision and is the man of wisdom. Thank you very much, my mama.
Thank you very much. Hello, caller, please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Name Joseph.
Joseph, tell us your candidate.
Okay. Bakadaba mwamba mwabomba shani.
Iyo twabomba shani na imwe.
Aho bwino naine kunonde tumina ku Zambia newo constituent youth chairman wa ku Zambia.
Tupere candidate muntu wandiendesha.
Candidate weso tuyana nkweni brand mundu wile omuntu otumwene kwa chali kosa muntu otumwene kulanda tina parliamentara twimini nakona mmono omuntu efya twimini ndo omuntu uyu na pali biuteni alemisho kwa ati ibiuta ifire yapita so tie niwa ni mose tuchitelali behind brand mundu wile na sotera mkwani.
Thank you very much. Hello, caller, please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
I'll remain anonymous. We just need to be honest here. Mundowele has been there for PF, and he showed people how capable he is. He's a leader, and he's matured. I'm going for Brian Mundowele. He's the best at the moment. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Hello, caller, please tell us your name and where you're calling us from. Give us your preferred candidate. Endita.
Ishinate turumbule tata tualibirwa patunwa ero chikalamba chako yati mwashi wafwe bote turumbule kutira twala sala bakampanda ba Makebizulu ba mundubi abakaya sala kuli ku convention bakaya bika putata otugana ero kabiri muso wa wesu kuno isa binali nali fwa ero kabiri mutwali mbatu bike po kabiri muso wa umbi wakana lipirwa ndala mashamataba tatakanche miso watu kwetu.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Let's go so that before we close, we would have heard your views. Hello, caller, please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Hello.
Yeah, hello. Please tell us your name, where you are calling us from, and your preferred candidate.
Good evening, Mr. Wamba.
Good evening.
Yes, I'm calling from Zambia.
Thank you.
And my vote is going on Makebizulu.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Elonga mwaisa ku Zambia mwika tulava. twali bonse panandikane pa Thorn Park.
Oh, okay.
Yo
Okay.
twali efumyapo ba MMD.
MQI. I vote from Thorn Park. Yes, thank you very much. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Dr. Menga calling you from Mbala.
Please make your contribution, Dr. Mfala.
Umuntu fyotwingana ngwapa mwamba ni HK Ali Kalaba. Ali Kalaba has got a necessary experience that is needed to move Zambia forward. Muntu umo uwakwata omutima w'abantu owachikuku owingatwala ekyalo ky'esupantanshi abomusibalera ndefo telefo afe Ali Kalaba otwende nangwe. This is Dr. Alfonso Mlenga from Mbala, Zambia.
Dr. Alfonso Mlenga from Umbala. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Mbala, thank you.
Thank you. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Ngamukonja babawera ambassador ndefo okulungika kofe pamwe pachala pamulandu wenu ambassador imwe twali michitakale Endorse mulandu wako bati twali michita Endorse tusangwa lyonze pa platform yenu ekyo kyalango ko bati twali michita Endorse nombo mulandu wako bati ababa mukukuru bali ba gudu kulonesha pantanshi nicho naye mwe ali gudu kubachira mu mano napano tuleranda nga mulina bachirangwa mukati mu kifungo. So bambi ba comfort na randa bakoli mbikiti ba mwana tatu erumbration aliyenu twalishi bokwe bati mule afu ekyalo mukafane ekyalo teko bati ngatatu milungwire mulandu wako bati ba mukukuru imwe bapara pachara ngenko ko ile fa yenyere tukumifwa ishita sana so nangu twambo okusta Endorse mu mulandu wako bati nchi bali tuikatakale pa mikoshi so ba comfort bambiri mbikiti ba mwana kwa tatu emilumbura tukabyanishita pantanshi tukaranda po ba mwamba batule totera mkwai.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, please. We've listed about 20 candidates that have appeared here. And for you to know who they are, someone said provide the bio. Please just go and check. You can go on YouTube. In your own time, you can watch the candidates and even on Facebook. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Natotera sana ba mwamba. Nine Chishimba. United Kingdom.
MQI bachishimba.
MQI inyokulanda kwa nde mona ama candidates bonzo mwaleta kutinatila ba John Sangwa. Ba John Sangwa ebona sala bantu ifiko mwefyo bapele shali ambasana sensi edo kabiri ifikomo fyonse fo balandire Zambia pakwe batika lunduluke kano twabwekela mufikomo fyonse filya babika ero kabiri ba John Sangwa ni ba lawyer ichire pilibula bakesa chita protect olupapulo lwa kyalo kya Zambia okubikapo n'okumona okwebati funde lya kyalo lya Kongo okulingana n'efyo lifu ery'okukonkwa. Ero kabiri ba John Sangwa ni ba constitutional lawyer aba maka aba kwatamano ero bali manina defending the constitution of Zambia not if ba UPN ndi baga inde bale ona olaiyo na totera.
Thank you very much. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Hi, Ambassador Mwamba. This is your co-host.
My dear sister Queen Pumi.
Yes.
You as my co-host, we are supposed to make the decision at the end, but you are allowed to put in an early vote. You are allowed
to jump the line, okay?
No. You are allowed. Don't worry. I was joking. You are allowed. Please make your contribution. Your voice matters.
Thank you so much, Ambassador. Before I endorse my candidate, I just want to say that
I personally appreciate you, Ambassador Mwamba. You would have been my number one candidate just because of your experience, your knowledge, your maturity, and just what you have been to Zambia, you know. We just want to thank you and appreciate you that you are doing this besides you being one of the candidates. You know, you have just shown us that, you know, Zambia is above our personal desires. You have taken yourself away to, you have stepped aside and enabled us, you know, created a platform for to interview candidates and just expose these candidates to the entire Zambia. And kudos to you, sir. May God bless you and increase more wisdom, because we need men who will step aside, just read the situation, put their desires aside.
Thank you, Queen Pumi. I'm grateful.
Yes,
Thank
yes, yes. So thank you for that. But my candidate is Makebi Zulu. And why I'm endorsing Makebi Zulu, he has experience, but most importantly, as Zambians, let's not look at experience as a determining factor to pick our candidate. Let's look at what we are facing. Like, what is this person going to face? He's going to face a UPND government. And we have to pick a person who can stand up against that government, who's brave enough, bold enough, who is kind, and who embraces women. One thing that warms me about Mike KB is that he embraces women. He was there with the widow, the entire Lungu family. Even his speech, he talked about wanting to have more women in leadership. For me, that is just like, this is the person I want. And I'd like to thank the Zambian women, because even if we are 51% in population, we are more than men. We are in the background, and still, you know, we hope our men can do the right thing. No woman is coming to say, you men, you have failed us, so step aside, let us women take the... No, we are still respecting you, and I hope that you men will not betray our respect that you are given to do the right thing and rally behind the right leader who not only has experience, but whom UPND are scared of. They are shaken at his name. So thank you so much for this opportunity.
Queen Pumi, I'm grateful. Thank you. Thank you very much for your contributions. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and your preferred candidate.
Oh, good evening, Mr. Mamba.
Good evening.
You're speaking with Joshua calling from within Lusaka.
Yes, Joshua.
Yes, my preferred candidate is MZ Makebizu. But then my fear is, I feel like he's a good candidate, but then the issue with Edgar Lungu was just compromised with him, because I've seen him featuring himself on a number of radio programs, and every time when he does that, people are just calling and asking, should he bring the body back and everything. I would advise, if possible, he can excuse himself from the position of being the former first family spokesperson, so that he can focus on the issue of becoming the president, because it is really affecting him. It is really affecting his radio programs. Each and every time people are asking the same question. So I feel like if he could just stop being the family spokesperson, and then the family can get someone else, so that he can do the other thing, because it has really compromised everything. Thank you, Mr. Mwamba.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Callers, make your contribution to the Kumatelo Air program. We'll be doing this very often. We want to hear what your views are. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you're calling us from.
I'm calling you from within Zambia. I remain anonymous.
Anonymous, give us your candidate.
Makebi Zulu is a very good candidate. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
He's also popular.
Thank you very much. Thank you. To the Kumatero, if you have you wish to contribute quickly, please call. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from, and give us your candidate.
Good evening, Ambassador Mwamba.
Good evening.
Yes, this is Philemon Zulu. I'm calling you from Kabwe, Central Province of Zambia.
Yes.
Yes, we are following your program. I think very good program, and keep it up, Ambassador Mwamba.
Thank you
My
very much.
preferred candidate is President Harry Kalaba. We want to look at what happened in 2021. One, Kalaba's got experience and is a man of the people. And for me, I think he has my vote. And if we are serious as Zambians, I think we just have to put Harry and vote for him. Thank you so much, Ambassador Mwamba.
Thank you very much. Tulikumatero, if you have a contribution, make your contributions quickly. Hello, caller, please tell us your name and where you are calling us from. Please make your contributions.
My contribution, before I state my preferred candidate, when it comes to leadership, leadership is given by God. Already there's a spirit. I think God has already anointed. And that person that has been anointed to lead Zambia, you can easily see it by the fruits that when God appoints, it's easy to tell. And that person, the hand of God is on Makebizo. And that's what I will go for. And the people have already spoken. There's a spirit on there. You can't force matters. They are all good leaders. But the hand is on Makebizo now. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Hello, caller, please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Am I through to EMV?
Yes, you are. Please make your contributions.
Thank you. This is Beverly Kundamo, aka Chair the Voice of Zambia.
My dear sister, how are you?
I'm good. Today I'm good.
Inshallah, the phone call started very early that he's been involved in an accident, and then no one was answering the phone. It took a long time to get the status quo that he was okay. Even when they said he was okay, Beverly was worried, because I've seen accident victims where people say he's okay, and the next hour someone has died. So I was still very pessimistic. But when I broke the news, at least I had valid information.
Wamwamba, I can tell you I started questioning God. I said, Mwereza mwatupoka balungu. Mutupoke na bamakebi. Finchi tuarufyanya. Muitulenge nsoni. You know, I was confused. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do. I was just crying. I just started crying. And then the worst was when I saw the vehicles you posted. I said, my God, my God. And for me, I was just traumatized. I said, you know, Bamwamba, the past few days, I questioned the faith. I'm saying, I questioned the faith. To see what happened yesterday and have those three guys walk out without a scratch, I said, this is God. If you don't believe in God, look at that vehicle and look at the guys, how they walked out. Makebi emundu. Makebi is the Joshua of our time. Tufumiepo fena jealous fwebe karachalo. Because bamwamba wandi. The ida mwotoka idia. Uku fomfonkana. Uku onaika. And people walk out. That is God's doing. On this EMV platform, I chair the voice of Zambia. Must endorse Makebi. Ngawale tuishka endorse Makebi. Ngawale lolesha pali motoka idia. Then we'll understand that this is God's doing. Now, there are people that are saying, I've been watching, and people are saying, oh, because he's spokesperson of the family, Shan, Bamwamba. Ushte Edgar Chagwalungu. Bamwamba, you served under Edgar Chagwalungu. All these candidates in PF served under Edgar Chagwalungu. Bena tabale losha. Ushema kebi. Because family, I'm choosing okwebat. I'm a spokesperson. Ena life yakwe ifire imani. Nangu. Echolesa amusalilo kwebat ende mopati ifire imani. Bonsa ma candidates in PF. Mwevo. Edgar Chagwalungu. Tari ni boss wenu. So this is just an easy escape that these people are trying to say to undermine the candidature of Makebi Zulu, and we're not going to allow it. If anything, we should be applauding Makebi Zulu for standing up with Edgar Chagwalungu and his family and saying, well done. I think because if you could protect somebody who's dead, who's not speaking, who cannot see what you're doing, then you can protect us as a people. Then you can stand up for us as a nation. So this is the way we should be looking at this whole impasse of Edgar Chagwalungu. The family of Edgar Chagwalungu did not take the matter to court. President Hakainde Hichilema took the matter to court. And should we be villains because of standing up and protecting what Edgar Chagwalungu, conveyed to those that were close to him to say, when I die, if I happen to die, this is what I want. I don't want this man to be near my funeral. Should we abandon or should we betray Edgar Chagwalungu the same way we betrayed him when he was alive now that he's dead? So in easy escape, guys, let's do politics fairly, because every presidential candidate in PF rubbed shoulders with Edgar Chagwalungu. And you cannot single out one individual to say, bring the body. It is not up to Makebi Zulu to bring the body. It is up to the family. It just conveys the message. And him being bestowed with that responsibility of conveying a message should not deter him from his constitutional right to run for presidency. Why is each one of all the presidential candidates not saying to say, because by Edgar Chagwalungu everyone else is moving on with their lives. Makebi's life should stand still. Icon man. Makebi is the Joshua of our time, and by Ambassador Mwamba, we have to rally behind Makebi Zulu. Ida accident yatike bukuru bwakwalesa ewolesa tulangiro kwebati is star insanike pali uyu muntu ngatamwa shiwo bukuru bwakwalesa ngwifi bombalesa. God has showed us the torch. We should walk towards that torch. That there is the light always at the end of the tunnel. We are in a tunnel, and that light, that accident that happened yesterday, was God's way telling I'm here. Listen to what I'm saying. This is the man. I thank you, Bamwamba. I don't want to take much of the time, because in the chair, I'm on better much time. Thank you so
very much
for giving me a platform.
Thank you. That's Chair. She runs her own blog. You probably have listened to her. We have many callers. We'll be closing, but we want to Akwalesa. You call. I'll take your calls. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you're calling us from.
Yes, my name is Bright Chama.
Yes, Bright. Please.
I'm calling you from Lusaka.
Tell us your candidate.
Yeah, so is it just to say the candidate, or I can say something before
you can say something, but brief, because we want to take as many calls as possible.
You see, Wamwamba, the biggest tragedy.
Start with your candidate, so that in the event that your call gets cut, we'll have gotten your view.
Okay. My candidate is KPF.
Okay.
And I'll say one thing. The biggest tragedy that we have in this country is that in most cases, people that we go for are just hyped. We don't really say, like, what plan do they have? We don't interrogate people. I've listened to almost all the candidates that have come on your platform. majority of them have explained to us what we already know. The problems that we're experiencing under UPND. Very few of them have really explained to us what exactly they're going to do differently. Everyone talks about load shedding. Everyone talks about rule of law. Even a common person in the streets understands that those are the problems that we're experiencing. But how many of them have told us exactly how they are going to actually help the country in that context, the things that they've raised? I can bet you we can play these videos and listen to majority of them. They all just talk about problems of UPND. So the issue is not, people don't really have a plan. The plan is because UPND has supposedly failed. Not that people have a plan. I thank you.
Thank you very much. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Good evening, Ambassador.
Good evening, my dear sister.
My name is Mrs. Anonymous from the AI Kingdom.
Mrs. Anonymous, give us your candidate and give us some reasons.
Straight away, Makebi Zulu. I'm going for Makebi Zulu because having followed your stream in terms of the people that you brought there and in terms of the issues that I've been looking at as a person who's looking for a candidate who's going to stand for us as Zambians, I've been looking at the issues of loyalty, I've looked at the issues of integrity, and I've looked at the issues of serving the Zambians with love. And that person, of all the people who have come there, for me, who stands out is Makebi Zulu. So that's why I'm going for Makebi Zulu. And the grace of God, it's so amazing. I don't know how most of the people that I've spoken to, they always say no. Makebi Zulu. I've spoken to them. Who do you think? Makebi Zulu, Makebi Zulu, Makebi Zulu. I asked them. And for me, it's the grace of God that is so amazing on Makebi Zulu. And like Chair has said, the accident that happened, for somebody to come out from that accident and stand up and be able to walk with just scratches, it has to take the grace of God. It has to take the hand of God. I know most people are saying, no, it's Edgar Lungu haunting him and everything. It's actually the spirit of Edgar Lungu that saved Makebi from that accident, and that's why we are, and that's why we are where we are today. So, Ambassador, I'm going for Makebi Zulu. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, lady from Land of Anonymous. Hello, caller, please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Thank you, Ambassador Mwamba. This is Sinyangwe Dani.
Sinyangwe Dani from Canada. Do you have a candidate, Sinyangwe?
Looking at everything, and it takes about integrity. Not only integrity, it takes about a man who's principled, and it also takes about a man who has a vision. So if you look at all the candidates, they're all good candidates, but to be honest with you, there's something about Makebi Zulu. You know, when God is upon you and the hands of God are with you, even everything about you changes. I'll give an example in our political scenario. Do you know that ECL was never this person who was looking for power, but he will find himself being taken to power. It's the same thing with Makebi Zulu. This is a person that everyone is fighting for power, but he doesn't seem to be the person who is looking for power. The first thing that made me to fall in love with this guy was the word he was using, we. I never heard him use I. So for me, for the case that Zambia needs its second independence. We need a person who is solid and who is founded on the truth of love. That is going to bring this country together, because on the foundation of love that this country was founded. And that I see it in Makebi Zulu. He is a person that we need to ask ourselves, why him? The reason is simple. He has showed us that in times of everything that we go through, and in times of our death of facing the challenges that we are facing, he's been with the Lungu family. He's never left them. He has stood with them. This is a kind of person that we as a country should look at, and we should support him. I know 2026 has got many people. They're all good candidates. But for the love and sake of our country, Zambia, I feel the hands of God have chosen Makebi Zulu. I have nothing against any other candidates, but on my point, if we want Zambia to be where it is today, let us rally behind this person. He's young, and he's a person that is going to have a very easy ride for us to have a second independence in 2026. So thank you. I am supporting him, and God bless Zambia, and God bless each and every candidate. But let's all promote peace, unity, love. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you're calling us from.
Good evening. Thank you so much, Mr. Momba, and I'm really grateful to be on this platform. My name is Daliso Tembo. I'm calling you from Zambia, Luansha to be particular, on the Copper Belt. My vote is going to President Haile Selassie, and the reason why I voted for President Haile Selassie, he's a man of integrity. He's a man that considered both the youth and the women. In his leadership, I've seen quite a lot of young men who have taken up quite good positions that are sensitizing and also empowering other young men and women to take up leadership roles and also participate in good governance, as well as women. I've seen quite a number of women that are holding senior positions. That simply tells you that he's a man that is inclusive. He's a man that has traversed this country, speaking to many people, speaking on the challenges of the people that they are facing, showcasing his stance on the number of issues that most of the people in Zambia are suffering from. We've heard him speak against the Bill 7. We've heard him speak against the load shedding. We've heard him speak against the high cost of living that most of Zambians are facing through. We've recently seen him talk about the mining suffering at the hands of the incumbent government. So for me, I am standing here to say that President Haile Selassie is the best positioned, best set candidate for 2026. And I'm really going to ask most of the members there, sorry, I'm trying to come up as if maybe I'm encouraging everyone, but I'm just trying to tell everyone that let us look to President Haile Selassie. Take time, study him, and get to know the party. You will understand that he is the leader that we have for 2026. None other than President Haile Selassie. Thank you so much. Not to take your time.
Thank you very much. Let me take my next caller. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Good evening, Ambassador Emmanuel Momba. This is Lilian Mutambo calling you from the United Kingdom.
Yes, Lilian Mutambo. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Thank you very much. Give us your candidate and give us a reason.
I didn't know you were live today. Okay, so my candidate is obviously Brian Munduvile, Uncle B, BMM 8, the most popular candidate who is at the grassroots and a member of parliament. Why have I chosen Brian Munduvile? I have spoken to every candidate. I've taken more than 2 hours speaking to them, interviewing them, and he remains the best candidate. One, credibility, track record. You can check from people who have worked with him in the past. He is humble. He's a man of the people. He is not boastful. He's not prideful. And he's somebody that you can relate with in any manner, regardless of where you come from. Presently, we have a very, very, strong issue of Bill 7. If not for Brian Munduvile, by now, Bill 7 would have gone through. He has more than 65 MPs that support him and endorse his candidature. Most of them will come out, obviously, after Parliament is dissolved, and we will know who is supporting him. But for now, all the parliamentary MPs that are there, they're supporting him. And for somebody who's been able to hold the opposition together up to now, he deserves that seat in State House. Why? Because he has made sure that the opposition has not defected to the UPND, which is a ruthless regime. He has fought battles. And today as well, you see that the young MPs like the Christopher Kangombes, they are showing their faces as the main people who are speaking. Those ideas came from Brian Mondwile. He has rebranded the PF that we see today. Today, the PF is fashionable because Brian Mondwile has held the PF together. And if not for him being the leader of opposition, by now, PF would have been dead. So, for the sake of the MPs that rally even behind him, we should support Brian Mondwile. He's the best candidate. I know there's a lot of propaganda and jealousy from people who support other candidates. They do that because that's the only way they can sell their candidate. Brian Mondwile is clean, he's pure, and he's a man after God's heart. He is the David of our time. So 2026, Brian Mondwile will be on the ballot and he will be the president of Zambia. I just love that man. Even when he speaks, you can tell that humility and he has a passion for our country. It's not staged, managed. This is somebody who understands the suffering of the Zambian people. Brian Mondwile is passionate about Zambia. And each time you listen to him speak, this is somebody who understands the sufferings of the average Zambian. This is somebody who will remember even Bariabare Chef Tumbua, that's Brian Mondwile. Even Bariabare Chula, Bariabare Mpelako, Tumabanzi, that's Brian Mondwile. That is why, for me, of all the candidates, there is no candidate I've never spoken to. Every candidate I've spoken to, Brian Mondwile means well for the Zambian people, and you will not regret. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Evening, Ambassador. I'm calling from the United Kingdom. My vote is still up for grabs, and I just wanted to say I think we should not be led by emotions. In my view, I think I need to hear a little bit more from all the candidates. They need to come to your show and tell us a little bit more.
Have you watched what they said when they appeared on my show?
Yes, but I still don't feel I do have some clear promises. Some people have steered away from making promises because they've obviously learned from the current government and they feel the safest place to stay is being a little bit vague about what they promise, but we do need to have some clear promises to come and hold these people against when they come into government. They are going to be privileged when they hold these offices, so we need certain things to measure them against.
Okay,
so I think they need to come back and do some more final campaigns, as it were. So we need them to tell us a little bit more about what they're going to do about the debt crisis management, economic growth, the power crisis that we face in the country, cost of living, things like that. And then I'll probably make up my mind. So at the moment, I'm one of the people who are probably trying to still figure out who I need to place my vote on. And I know we are being led by emotions. We are both.
I agree with you. There's always the undecided, and it's up to candidates to work hard to sway the views and voice of the undecided. So that also is acceptable.
I'm one of those, yes.
Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you. We'll try to bring them again, but we don't have much time. But we'll see what we can do. Maybe who we may consider the top 5, we bring them back. Okay.
Yes, I understand. Yeah, we're running out of time and we don't need to make our minds up. But I kind of, and that's probably more the reason for these people to now come very clear and show us what they are all about, because a lot of these people are not tried and tested, so we don't want to be here 3 years down the line saying we need another president because we've put in another person who's an experiment. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Good evening, Ambassador Mwamba.
Good evening.
Calling from Kaputa,
Mkwai Wakaputa, please make your contribution. Who's your candidate, Wakaputa, and why?
Thank you. to bring us this far. Tutalesa pafe mwabombe fyo alemi bonfya ukubuleta program ipamwela mpaka nomba tuwafika na pano mwala tulangu ukususa no kususulula. Ineva candidate wandi Lani nefe fionse fya ya mbiati bandwani nena kwete ba candidate bandi nishitakula bano okusala sala bamabaga kutuba iminira ndekutina abasala. I can campaign for him punch the end. Now fyafika hapo fyafika tuli hapo tusi ni nkwata candidate mu mutima wandine ni bamba kebizulu umulandu emiti kula empanga bonse bakateka pesa bala kwata ama projects aya balangati enveloping by youth itaya bala ichitikapo eshedi wa PF ukubika po makebizulu ngamamuna popularity akwete. It's similar to ama elections am 2021 Konseba PF kutamwatisile adopt candidate or ama constituents people batemenwe mwalilushile. Bantu bonse na bene jeje banda balabadi bantu beno. Bene munya zulu bali foku imina pali imwe. Na bambi bana even the current deputy mayor, not deputy mayor, parliament, what's his name? Balaba Moyo. Bali mu PF balia. Tamwa basile ado katwishimi akayimbi valia ukokwine ngo kwesho kulolesha yemo ba PF kutilo umuntu abantu ngero bateminu na tumutumgidire elo ishite mufwaya ba running mate chikamana okumutima wakwe na imubonse how you shall campaign for that person ukwebati ale imina pamonoyo ukwesha fe ukubika po bateminu mwe makebizuri yabwela kungushemila ndu ya chililo chaba ECL katwishine fyo mwela waputile mchalo okusunkana ba UPN kumona kwa tinali mu ba kainde na bafume apo kalika na bafukumuka muchipona ukulanda ama youth yawo yayamba kulanda fimbi eshenyo yowine chaka kambana chakosa shani ukwebatili kwae bati alabako ichalo cha sunkana. Not even Asian win. We can put win your white. Monsam Kapungiri. HOC and Yomkoi. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Wakaputa. Hello, caller, please tell us your name and where you're calling us from.
Yes, Dickens, we're calling from Zambia.
Dickens, make your contribution.
Yes, for me, I want to for President. He has managed to stand on his own.
We missed the name. Repeat.
From the scratch up to his integrity.
My brother, your line is cutting. Just tell us who's your candidate quickly. Just hold on. Caller. Hello, listen to me, caller. Tell us your candidate. Tell us. Hello, caller. Tell us your candidate. Your line is cutting. Start with your candidate.
I am saying my candidate is President Hari Karaba for 2026.
Thank you.
President Hari Karaba.
Understood. Now make your reasons.
The reasons are that President Hari Karaba has shown commitment. He's shown a lot.
Please hold on, sir. Please hold on.
The candidate is President Hari Karaba.
Yes, my brother, continue. I'm just managing a lot of phone calls.
So I was saying my candidate is President Hari Karaba for 2026 because he has shown commitment, is a man of resilience, and is a man of integrity. President Hari Karaba has shown that he can rule Zambia and he can manage Zambia very well. And President Hari Karaba has served for 2 terms as MP in Bat, and right now in Bat, people are still seeing the fruits of President Hari Karaba. Some of these candidates that are coming here, they even lost elections just being an MP for 1 term. So I'll go for President Hari Karaba. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Hello, caller, please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Hello, good evening, Mano Mwamba. This is Donosco. I'm calling from Italy.
Thank you, Donosco. Please tell us your candidate, Father Donosco, and give us reasons?
I'm going to give you the reasons very clear, and I think I'm going to give you the right candidate. So the reasons are Zambian people, after experiencing 21 hours of load shedding, and after experiencing all the humiliating situations, pollutions of some of the rivers in the Gateway, and now we had the pollutions on some of the rivers in Luapula, and many things. And the non-tax collecting on our minerals and many other things, the arresting of opposition leaders, the exportation of electricity, and the crisis at ZESCO, one of our biggest companies, parastatal companies in Zambia. So these are some of the few examples that can make a preamble for me to choose the candidate. Okay, give me just 30 seconds before I can tell you the name. Vamwamba. I have to appreciate, listen to what many people have contributed on this platform. I have to appreciate the spirit in the PAF party. I've never known this spirit, this strong spirit in the Patriotic Front Party. My goodness. I appreciate how many candidates, fights, battles are impressive. I look at the ruling parties, all the totally different, and the Patriotic Front, all these members of parliament, all these candidates, and the Tonse Alliance, and the unity in the opposition. Harakawa is there, Kasonde Mwende is there, Jack Slow is there, Socialist Party president is there, many other people are there. Wonderful, wonderful indeed. My compliments to all of you opposition leaders. My compliments. I thank God that in Zambia today, we are talking about today, you can really express your views as different political parties coming together for the reason of bettering our status of our country economically and politically. That said, who is my candidate in the Tonse Alliance or in the unity of the opposition political? Well,
epwali na Christopher Kangombe bonse abashitadiklepo bali. I revised the list. Everyone is there.
Thank you so much. So now, here is my candidate. Come on, guys. Who is my candidate?
Drum roll. What is my drum roll?
Nalanda kulira iliya shati imbira ya mushita yasukira tukensere bayimobya mushita wachate wa diaspora nabera bali station but daimo bashikuru bantu. Anyway, don't say that thing mwe bantu wedeke mwira tukaba ku diaspora. They are doing a great job. So here is my candidate. Here is my candidate for 2026 elections. President Hakainde Hichilema. He is going to be the former president of the Republic of Zambia. Thank you very much.
And who's the candidate replacing him? My father is being very wise. Okay, my father has voted out. He's not voting in. He has voted out a candidate, Father Donosco from Italy. Thank you very much. He's being wise, but he has voted out President Hakainde Hichilema. He has not voted any. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from. It looks like we have to stay another 20 minutes or more. There are so many calls. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Good evening, Ambassador Mwamba.
Good evening.
This is Honorable Francis Robert Kapianga, Member of Parliament for Mpika constituency in Mchinga Province.
Honorable, good evening and welcome to the program. Please, who's your candidate and tell us why?
Much. Yeah, thank you so much. And first and foremost, we have to reset our country. We have to reset our country, and we also have to rebuild our country. Our developmental gains as a country have been reversed by the UPND 5 years back. We need a candidate that will unite this country. We need a candidate that will reform the judiciary to make the judiciary independent. Away from political manipulation, away from political influence. We need a candidate that will reform the police, away from political influence, away from political manipulation. We need a candidate that will reform the Electoral Commission of Zambia, again, away from political manipulation and political influence. We also need a candidate that will harness resources at local level. The chiefs have to gain control over a certain percentage of resources generated in their chiefdoms. We need a candidate that will do that. We also need a candidate that will reform the mining sector. What I mean is our country should start having stakes in the mining sector. Unlike now, Ambassador Mwamba, I was just reading, it's last week I was reading the Amnesty International report for 2023, where it was reported that in 2023, we lost $4.5 billion to corporate tax evasion on the mining sector. If we sealed the loopholes and that money was plowed back into our economy, the UPND government wouldn't have been going to the International Monetary Fund with, a begging bowl. So we have evaluated our candidates, and I want to thank all of them for presenting themselves forward to save our country. But Honorable Brian Munduvire stands out to be a candidate that can do the necessary reforms that we need in the mining sector, the necessary reforms that we need in the judiciary, the police, ECZ, and other sectors.
How many MPs have so far endorsed Honorable Brian Munduvire, if you are aware of any list, because you are among the MPs from Parliament that have endorsed Honorable Brian Munduvire?
Baba 45. Lero paper palia. Palembelo abali, if I'm not mistaken, 29. Lero kutina checking abamwamba. Lero bonse fye baba 45.
Okay.
Bonse pambaba 45. Nama council chairpersons.
Okay. Thank you very much, Honorable. Francis Kapianga is from Mpika and is one of the youthful MPs in our parliament, and he has given his endorsement there. Hello, caller, please tell us your name and where you're calling us from. Ndita Mwabombeni. Wonderful.
Abombele the whole nation okupanga efipatala. Achita introduce ama universities, hospitals. Ninchife namba yachiba engaged. Bebalefu okutuma kutuli abengi pano. So yo twachipanga akavungu ebera awo tutumine kunomba ekitalu kirufya tete tulabe yori kukaba convention kwayali bumbere anyway is humble is still PF. Bambi filia ba musadire bu minister bambi ngabali mfuma mono okufuma te uli ati chimbwa file ntangala lona tubone emirimu abo mbere kitalu kirufya. I'm going for kitalu kirufya.
Thank you, Mweba Fiashi from Kitwe. Thank you very much. Hello, caller, please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Good evening, Ambassador Mwamba.
Good evening, my dear brother. Tell us your name and tell us where you are calling us from.
Ambassador Mwamba, my name is Gabriel Kibombwe, member of the Central Committee for the Patriotic Front.
Oh, wonderful, MCC. Yes. Please tell us your candidate, MCC, and your contribution why you are picking such a candidate.
My candidate is very simple and straightforward. I'm actually talking to my candidate right now.
Give us a secret. Who's the candidate you are even talking to?
Mano Momba, you are my candidate.
Oh, I'm privileged. But since Emmanuel is not in Zambia, who's your second candidate?
It's okay, we can float you virtually, we still win. You see, Ambassador, it's a pity, when you run such programs, people forget you on the list. But I'm being very sincere as a member of the Central Committee. I know you don't expect me to make endorsements. But what I wanted to do was to use you as an example to our listeners of what a standard of a candidate should be, that we should be looking for in Zambia. One, we are living in extraordinary times. Okay, we are living in times where we may not be given chance by the UPND to actually make it our candidate. Remember, this candidate who's going to save Zambia has to come from the Patriotic Front. This Zambians have established. This candidate has to come from the PF. And if the candidate is going to come from the PF, the Patriotic Front Party, as it is right now, is not envisioned to be on the ballot unless otherwise. We're still fighting this battle. We want the party to be on the ballot. Nobody should deny Zambians their right to pick a candidate of their choice based on the party that they love so dearly and the party that is very significant to Zambia's history. Not even UPND has the right to deprive us of that. But what I'm trying to say is that the Patriotic Front may not be on the ballot, and even our special purpose vehicle that we may move with, the same thing can happen to it like it happened with NCP. The same thing can happen. We may even not have a special purpose vehicle as late as May. Therefore, you need a candidate that people can easily know. You look at the candidate on the ballot, you don't even have to care about which party they are coming in from, and you are able to say this is the candidate. And that's why I used you as an example, because people know you, Emmanuel. And apart from you, people know Honorable Given Luinda. Apart from Given Luinda, people know people like Chishimba Kambwidi. That is one. The second point is exposure. Emmanuel Mamba, Ambassador, you are exposed. You are exposed to all government systems. You are not a non-entity to any of the systems. Despite the fact that you've not been, a minister, you've not been probably in cabinet, but you do understand the system. And this is the downside of Hakainde Hichilema. And when you look at the candidates that are currently vying in Zambia, we have to ask ourselves, how many ministries did this person handle? How many portfolios did they handle? Are they able to hit the ground running, or they will be just as bad as Hakainde Hichilema, who took almost close to a month just to name his first cabinet? We must ask ourselves those questions, regardless of issues of tribe. Thirdly, we must be looking at somebody who, even when they come to undo the tribal appointments that the President Hakainde Hichilema has overseen, nobody is going to accuse them of reverse tribalism. And preferably, that person must be coming from the Zambezi region itself. Let the person come and correct the mistakes that Hakainde has made in appointments, which are regional and tribal, without the rest of the country suspecting that this person is practicing reverse tribalism. To pick on a candidate just on the basis of nepotism, on the basis of tribe, or on the basis of corruption, or on the basis that you've been promised a reward is not going to help Zambia. So it is up to the Zambian people to analyze. I'm a member of a central committee. I cannot make a direct endorsement, but I can only create a standard that people should be looking up to. In summary, a candidate whose face is known everywhere, that it doesn't even have to start printing Chitenge. Because, by the way, we won't even have time to print posters and Chitenges for a candidate. Because our candidate may not even know the special purpose vehicle they're going to use. In less than 90 days, you just need somebody whose face people can relate to. Number two, whose face people can say truly this man represents President Edgar Chagwa.
MCC, I'm so grateful. Thank you very much. I gave you some more time. I've over 536 missed calls. So thank you. Thank you.
It's a wonderful program, and we also enjoy reading your newspaper. And congratulations on your newspaper, by the way.
Thank you, Gabriel Isaac Kibombwe, member of Central Committee of the Patriotic Front. Hello, caller, please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Good evening, Ambassador. It is always a pleasure to get through to this. Your program is always very exciting. This is Anonymous from the land of AI.
Thank you, Anonymous. Make your contribution, Anonymous.
Now, Ambassador, you may know, you may not know that I have known you since the early 2000s, must have been even 1999. From your time at Ivalin College and so on and so forth, you've always stood out as an intelligent man and a very spiritual man, and you've worked so hard throughout your life to get to where you are, and it is just it's just sad that you're in exile now, running away from this ruthless, heartless government that we have now, where we are watching a dictator being formed right in front of our eyes. But it is sad that even after you pay the 200,000 kwacha to stand, you are out of the country and you won't be able to be on that. So it's really, really sad. For me, I think first I have to remove you from that list basically because of that. And it is not because of incompetence or what, because I think you're a very seasoned man and you're a very balanced man. For me, I think my maybe 4 top other ones are probably Monde, Greyford, and then probably Bachimba Kamwili, Balubinda, and so on and so forth, because all these men are really good men and they have worked hard for this country. They've got passion and love for this country, and it is really, really good to see and watch. The Patriotic Front is an example of a democratic party. There are other political parties that we see in this country where they have only had one presidential candidate. It's a dictatorship in their party, and they're trying to bring that dictatorship to the entire country, and we must be very, very careful. Very careful. But my preferred candidate, Ambassador Mwamba, right now, we have just started off from Kastama. We'll probably be in Lusaka in the next 10 to 12 hours or so. But you see, I saw a man who almost died in a car accident yesterday, and you could see the hand of God preserving that man, and you could see purpose in that particular man, because I saw the vehicle. I went there and I looked at it, and I saw him in hospital, and the pain that the 3 gentlemen were in, you could tell that God had a plan for these men and he preserved their lives. It's very, very clear. Sometimes in Zambia, spiritual fear. So we've got that spiritual sense to be able to see what God is doing around us. And those are things that you can see, indications that you can see at a back. But and that is particularly one of the most critical reasons that I'm working with today, particularly today, because I can see the hand of God on that man's life, how he was preserved and his colleagues were preserved in that car accident. But there are many, many things that we can point to. The loyalty in the man, the humility in the man, and the attitude that is good there. And the man is young. Just what this country needs. We need to go back to the times when the Kaundas were 45 years old and they were leading a nation. We need to go back to those times. Fresh minds, fresh ideas, good attitude, not just a lawyer, but a reverend, a pastor, a trained theologian, someone who has a relationship with God. That's what this country needs. Someone who's been talking about rebuilding or finishing the house of prayer. Someone who's been talking about that. Those are the things for me that really matter. Because you see, when you're choosing a leader, you need to choose someone who's got a heart for the people and a heart for God and a heart for the nation. Not when he's moving around, you don't understand what they're thinking, their heart, their actions. I saw an incident where some people were chasing the acting president from a meeting from structures. That's not supposed to be happening. A man who cannot be led must not be allowed to lead. What I see in my preferred candidate is a man who has been led, who is able to be led. Even if they don't choose him, he's not going to rebel. That's the quality we need in a man, because humility is key going forward in this nation. And it has not gone anywhere. This particular man is humble and is critical. And that is why my vote is going on Makebi Zulu. New. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, caller. Thank you. Hello, caller, please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Emmanuel Mambo, how are you, sir?
I'm very well, thank you. And please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Okay, I'm unanimous.
Anonymous.
Anonymous.
Yes.
But I'm Banda from Chipata.
Thank you, Anonymous. Make your contribution.
I am Banda from Chipata.
Yes, Mr. Banda.
Yes. When we check through all the hospitals in Zambia, they cannot be compared to the now hospitals that we are seeing around. The European government, they have never built any hospital. There's no legacy to show. And look at what the man did, Dr. Starot. He brought Nima. He checked how the university teaching hospital looks like. It looks like an international airport, and yet it's a hospital. This is the man who brought Nima. This is a man who brought check Levi Mwanawasa Hospital, and check even the level 1's hospital. Go to Chilenje, go to Matero, go to Ndola, go every place you go to. There is history. So Dr. Starot is a man. If we, we needed someone who is got a character of him, and it's him. So let's give him a try. So
thank you very much.
CC8, let's give him a try, Dr. Starot.
Thank you very much. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from, and make your view. I'm about to close. I think just begin to tell us your candidate and just one line, brief.
Okay, good evening, Ambassador. You're speaking to the Falcon.
Falcon, tell us your candidate and just one line. Oh, Falcon has to call back. The line is cut. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and your candidate.
Hello, good evening. This is She Anonymous.
Yes, Anonymous. Tell us your candidate and just one line.
Emmanuel, so my preferred candidate is Makebi Zulu.
Hold on, please.
Hello, can you hear me?
Thank you very much. Do you have a reason?
For a number of reasons. So
just one.
He seems to be quite integral. Hello?
Yes, we can hear you. Oh, the caller is gone, but we've got her vote. Hello, caller, please tell us your name and your candidate.
My name is Prince Tanda, aka Hardliner.
Hardliner, good evening. Please give us your candidate and one reason.
All right, my candidate is the Honorable Makebi Zulu for two reasons. Number one, in this current situation we are dealing with as a country, we need a person that respects constitutional democracy. We need a person that understands the importance of justice and the rule of law. The other reasons are that the young people removed us from power. When they removed us from power, they trusted the President Hakainde Hichilema's rhetorics and they gave him the power. When he got the power, he went and selected people that seems not to have the interests of the youths at hand. So now we expect the same youths to rebel against him and vote somebody else. They will expect someone they can elect with at a certain level. So for me, I think that we need a candidate like Makebi Zulu, and that we cannot just say because he's young. We know that he has a capacity and is capable of leading. You need a leader you can trust, a leader that will be loyal to his own words. Not a leader that you discuss something today, tomorrow it changes. We need a leader that stands on his ground and has a stance in life.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from, and tell us your candidate.
This is Patrick speaking, calling from Makeni, Osaka. And my candidate is Makebi Zulu. Reason, integrity, is loyal, and we could all see his stance, his ground. He is someone who is not intimidated by this tyrant regime that is we're having now. So those are just some of the few reasons I'm endorsing Makebi Zulu.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and give us your candidate.
My name is Prince. I'm calling from Belgium.
Yes, Prince from Belgium. Tell us your candidate.
Okay, my candidate is Brian Mundubile.
Thank you. Are you giving any reason?
I think he's the one who has the caliber and also is popular on the ground.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from and give us your candidate.
My name is Uncle Jay. I'm calling you from the US.
Uncle Jay.
My candidate is actually MZ8, Makebi Zulu. He's loyal, humble, firm, and sober. I think we need a youthful leader that is able to steer us forward, and Makebi has demonstrated in all those, and I would really love him to pick a running mate like Mwenga Kapotwe. I thank you.
Thank you very much. We are closing. So you just say the name of your candidate and you give a short reason. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and tell us your candidate.
This is Precious Senoyambeka from Livingston. Are we allowed to choose two candidates or one?
Give me the two. Quickly.
I can choose Honorable Given Luwinda and Makebi Zulu.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, caller.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Zephania calling from Osaka, Zambia.
Zephania, tell us your candidate and the short reason.
I have two.
Okay, mention quickly.
One is Makebi Zulu. Makebi he has demonstrated that Zambian people, they want a young president now. That's what is on the ground. And they want someone new with the new ideas. The other one is you, Emmanuel Mwamba. If you were here, I think I would have supported you 100% because of your work, what you have done for the mother Zambia. And you are relatively also not very odd where people can still trust you as a president. I think you can make a good team working with Makebi Zulu. Those are my reasons.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name, where you're calling us from, and your candidate, your preferred candidate.
I will choose to remain anonymous.
Anonymous, give us your candidate.
From my candidate is Willa Joseph Mdolo. Reason is very simple. He's very young, energetic, and is someone that hasn't been in the political circle. And I also went through his reforms. I feel he talks much of the youths. There's an involvement of women, involvement of changing reforms in the mining sector, and also the tax aspect. If you look at how investors come in and get our taxes, and how they in this country is something that I don't even understand. Because all investors that come in, they go and are paying any tax. But when I read through his reforms, I felt like he's the guy for the game. And to me, his reforms stand out. So my candidate is the William Dod.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
I've never called twice, but today I have called.
But you will not vote twice. You voted already.
I've voted already, but this is a request for you.
Okay.
From you. The request is all these calls that have come in. It will take you a bit of time to go through them. Can you give us this study? You know, abali kudiaspora, abali kumusi, abali kuisa, so that we start seeing, you know, so.
Okay, yeah. No problem. We have to refine the process, but I've taken the tally for every vote, for every caller. I have indicated who they voted for, but this is a process we started today. It was impromptu, it was not announced, it wasn't advertised. And already I have how many missed calls? Now 566 missed calls. So besides the votes I've got, I have over 566 people I have not listened to. But it's a good process. I think that is why. That is why.
On your page.
That is why I'm giving it 1 month. That let us discuss this matter for 1 month, so that we see really who can lead our country.
You said I'm not allowed to vote twice.
Okay, thank you very much. Wakafumi from Australia, he wants to rig elections already. Hello, caller, please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Good evening, Ambassador.
Good evening.
My name is Anonymous from Lusaka.
Anonymous, give us your contribution, your candidate, and just a one-line reason.
Okay. So for me, I would go for Bamakebi Zulu. Reason being, I think he's shown love and care. He's not easily shaken by what's going on or what has happened, especially with the issue of Baetz Galungu. So if he can really stand his ground and just ensure that the right thing is done at the right time, then that should be a candidate that we should entrust with such a responsibility of this country. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I see my host is back. My host has a special place on this forum. Hello, Queen Pumi, is that you? Hello, Queen Pumi.
Yes, I'm back.
Yes, you are not allowed to vote twice, but tell us your reason for calling back.
Yes, the reason for I'm calling back is let's not. The reason I'm calling back.
Yes, you are not allowed to vote twice.
Yes, I'm not.
You are listening to your device. Listen to me. You are live, so your device is delayed. You are live already.
Okay, so I am calling back because of the numerous calls that we received. So the fair thing is just to maybe ask our callers to put their vote in the comment section, then we can tally those as well.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
That's why you are my co-host. That's why you're my co-host. My co-host is already helping me that if you can go through, especially after hearing that there are now 566 missed calls, she's saying your vote still can go in the comment section wherever you are watching us. Hello, caller, please tell us your name and where you're calling us from.
Good evening. Thank you. This is Abraham Rooney Kapia calling from Kitwe.
Rooney Kapia, make your contribution quickly. Who's your candidate? And just one reason.
Okay, my candidate is Makebi Zulu, for the fact that, as youths or as Zambians, from time immemorial, we've been escorting people or old people to State House. I think this time around we need these old people also to escort us. And I think the right candidate for now is Makebi Zulu because he's been everything. He's been minister, he's been MP, he's experienced it. So we need Makebi Zulu as of now.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Hello, caller, please tell us your name and where you're calling us from. Hello, caller, please tell us your name. Yes. Zulu from Kitwe, who's your candidate, and tell us one reason.
One reason that I can cite is, and the person that I would prefer is Christopher Kangombe. Kangombe is one person who's got tenacity, has got a profile, and has got what it takes to be president. He's got plans of how he would want to reform, anchored on the mining sector, and that is our anchor. That is our anchor economical activity that can transform this country. If you listen to him, if you follow him, you've hosted him there, is the right candidate, and is a neutral person that is not confrontational in his political approach. And I think that's what it takes for one to be a leader.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much from Kitwe there. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
My name is Peter Chwe. I'm calling from Chingola, Copper Belt, Kopala.
Peter, tell us your name. Tell us your candidate quickly and one reason.
My candidate is Blan Mundubile, and the reason is very simple. This man has been loyal to the party and has been the representative of the opposition in parliament, and here in Copper Belt, specifically Chingola, we are all endorsing this man because of the leadership that he has shown. You know, he's been there for the party, he's been protecting the members of parliament. We all do forum parliament. So we are all here in Chingola endorsing Blan Mundubile, because we know that he's capable and he's not been attacking HH when he's doing the campaigns. He's just been, telling the Zambians, or more especially the miners who are suffering here in Copper Belt, he's giving us hope that he's going to bring change once he's elected. That's why we are all lying for Mundubile, the miners. This is Peter who is working for KCM. And we are all here geared for Mundubile. If at all is going to be, be put on that ballot paper, we are going to vote for that man because we've seen the heart that he has for the Zambians. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and your candidate.
Hello, Ambassador Mwamba. My name is CK. I'm calling you from the United Kingdom. Thank you for this opportunity. I'll be quite quick, although I wanted to put a little bit more. But my preferred candidate is the obvious Makebi Zulu. I think he's got the winning tickets. There's something just about him, like a key, that just fits very well in this moment. And maybe the running mate, Mr. Kalaba, because of his experience. But PF, what I want to say to you is that some of the people, especially when you go on the ground, when you visit Zambia, some of them are still bitter about the cadres and everything else. So there are certain people that will remind them of that. And you really need to steer away from such people, especially the older generation. I can see everybody's pointing towards having a newer candidate. Somebody's going to bring unity, because Zambia, to be honest, is divided. If you go there, there's them, and there's also another group. It's almost like the Zambia has been cut into two. We need somebody who's going to put us together. Okay?
Thank you very much.
That's my contribution.
Thank you. Thank you. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and tell us your candidate.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. My name is Vincent Chintu, and I happen to be the Secretary General to Citizen First. My candidate is Hari Karaba. The reason why I'm saying Hari Karaba to the Zambians is that he participated in the 2021 general elections and came out third. So it will be very easy to sell him to the Zambians now. Thank you so very much, Your Excellency.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Oh, my God. We now have 576 missed calls. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Yes, I'm calling from Dubai. Call me Mr. Dubai.
Mr. Dubai, give us your candidate.
Yes, my candidate is Blan Mundubile, a very matured politician, and he seems to be very honest, and he has a lot of support on the ground. And my advice to him, as I'm
For him, he should not claim like the current president who appeared to be like a savior of the country, claiming to solve all the problem of Zambia. He should go for teamwork. The problem that Zambia is facing, they have to work together. Politicians advise each other and find solution for the country. Not only one man to say, I'll do this, I'll do that. No. It can't work. We need teamwork. So I'm for Brian Munduwile. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We want to wakwalesa nechpela nkula chila to shine. We've been on, I think, since 20 hours. I didn't expect this massive turnout and massive interest in the matter. I have started a process on EMV, this platform with you, the newspaper, to pick a candidate. I think we've been searching and the search is over. We should enter the new year with a new candidate. And I am of the strong view that we need to narrow down and just pick a candidate. I had hoped that the opposition as leaders, I have featured 25 of them on this platform. And I had hoped that they will sit as leaders, as peers amongst themselves, and pick a leader. But it looks like it will not work. So we have to help them, you and me. And I'll be opening these phone lines every day we are live to hear from you who you think can defeat President Hakainde Hichilema, who you think can bring his colleagues together and help to lead them, will endorse a candidate on this forum. Arokola. I'm about to close. We've been at it for over 3 hours. Hello, tell us your candidate, and I'm beginning to close.
Thank you, Ambassador Mwamba. This is Sampamo Aume from Chinsali.
Sampamo Aume from Chinsali, give us your candidate and one short reason.
Thank you so very much. My able candidate is the Honorable Brian Munduwile, and just one simple reason. Ambassador Emmanuel Mwamba, if we were a serious nation and we were a serious people, this time around we should be challenging Honorable Brian Munduwile to make sure that he delivers in Parliament and to make sure that Bill 7 doesn't go through. Because this is the man that is holding the members of Parliament right now. We just said from Honorable Kapianga that he's got 45 members of Parliament that has endorsed this candidature. Now, if we were a very serious people, challenge Honorable Munduwile deliver Parliament Bill 7 doesn't go through, because right now we all know President Hakainde Hichilema is attacking Parliament. He wants to gain control of Parliament, and once he does that, even abantu support candidates, even the diaspora who are pushing a certain candidate.
Just speak about your candidate. Just speak about your candidate.
This is why some of us have put our eyes on Brian Munduwile, because we know the influence that he has in Parliament. And we hope that people can realize this, because once Bill 7 goes through in Parliament, then no one is even going to be a president, those that are fighting to be president, because Hakainde Hichilema is going to be a president. Thank you very much. My candidate is Brian Munduwile.
Thank you very much. Thank you. For those that haven't gone through already, like I said, the missed calls are now 476. So you can drop wherever you are watching us from. I'm on various platforms, YouTube, I'm on TikTok, I'm on my personal page, and I'm on other pages, PF Smart Eagles, and wherever you are watching us from, you can drop your line. Don't despair. It's an open process. It's not an opinion poll. However, I'm encouraging you to help us make that decision of who should be our candidate here on EMV, who we are going to promote. Hello, caller, please tell us your name and give us your preferred candidate.
Big Boss EM, this is
Uh-oh. Please call back. The line has just cut. Please call back. Please call back. Oh, good. He called back. Hello. Please tell us your name and where you're calling us from and give us your candidate.
Okay, this is Mukupa Kolala from Zambia.
Yes, Mr. Kolala.
Candidate is BM8.
Okay. Do you have a reason?
He's got the support. He's got the charisma, and he seems to resonate well with the people. So I go for BM8.
Okay. Thank you very much. Mr. Kolala from Lusaka says he's going for BM8. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you're calling us from.
Good evening, Honorable Emmanuel Mwamba. This is Mama T.
Mama T, give us your
calling
candidate.
from Lusaka. MZ8 Makebi Zulu.
Okay. Thank you very much. Do you have a reason?
Yes, I have my own reason. Looking at the candidates that we have, I think Africa now, we need youthful leaders. And looking at the candidates that we have, I think Makebi is the youngest of all. And then for me, on my own, I think we've done well with lawyers. And what is happening right now. And our prayer is that, whoever will go through will be our candidate. But my choice of it is Makebi Zulu.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mama T. Thank you very much. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and tell us your candidate.
I need to give my reasons. I did not give my reason. This is Precious.
Oh, Precious, yes, you voted for two. Remind us who were your candidates and why.
Okay, my candidate was the Makebi Zulu and Bagiven Luinda.
Okay.
Makebi Zulu is very loyal to ECL and also Bagiven Luinda, including yourself. But now, since you are not here, so myself, I was saying, the reason why I gave these reasons, it's because these people, they are loyal. And this time we have to be careful. Because some people, they pretend like they are on our side, but they are not on our side. You remember what happened in 2021? We don't want that thing to happen. So we have to be careful. Let's choose the people who we see that they are royal. They cannot betray the people of Zambia. They cannot betray ECL, even in his days. So we have to be careful. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. We're hosting State of the Nation. We expressed concern about Bill 7 that is about to be passed. Remember, the UPND of 97 MPs, the independents are 10 and PF has 55. Of the 10 independents, some have pledged to work with President Hakainde Hichilema. Our role and our duty, especially for pastors, for priests, for bishops, call those MPs who come under your church, who sit with you and their families, and appeal to their conscience and persuade them that Zambia is far bigger than Hakainde Hichilema and all of us. So we have 97 MPs. President Hakainde Hichilema needs 111 MPs. 111. He doesn't have 111. He has to depend on the independents who are 10. Binwa Mpundu is trying his level best to persuade his colleagues there. Then you have 55 MPs. Amongst us, there are MPs that we need you, the Royal Highnesses, to speak to. We need the church to speak to. To mind, for example, we have Robert Chabinga, whose wife is a reverend in the RCZ. What is the RCZ? Tangamina na bamayo ba reverend. Bamwikarika panshi we mwaume ichalo echi chaba kwatidishiru tabaka kaweka ampana na abantu bobe n'abanobe. I have Davison Mungandu, a very brilliant young man from Chama South. Why should he work? Why should he support Bill 7? Why don't we? And Andrew Lubusha, the pilot, a young business entrepreneur, Why should Andrew support Bill 7? Because he's supporting the UPND. We have Jonathan Daka, young, good MP from Chadiza. Why should he support Bill 7? These are our own MPs as PF. And it's our duty, the church, the traditional leaders, you and me. Mweba ishwa Robert Chavinga, mwamwikari kapanchi, mweba ishwa ba nyina, mweba ishwa ba ma, you're the wife, the reverend. Mwamwikari kapanchi, ushe Robert chule chita, will your children be proud of you? After 2026, how will your life be? Please appeal to their conscience. The Oasis Forum is doing what it can. It gathered 55 MPs. And I'm glad, for example, that we are seeing good write-ups from people like Sande Chanda, Kanchibia MP. We could have differed for whatever reasons, but you can see a union of mind and a union of mind with Zambians on the issue of Bill 7. I was pleasantly surprised. I haven't seen Anton Mumba gather with the opposition, but Anton Mumba, you saw he came up and was at the Oasis Forum meeting, and he spoke passionately about the love of our country. We are seeing a defining moment. I would like Gary Nkombo, Mazabuka MP, who's been passionate about the issue of the Constitution, to just tell his colleagues and, be like those colleagues of ours in 2001 that said, Mr. President, you are my president. I love you, I've worked with you, I'm your vice president. But Mr. President, I will not be with you. You are rising against the people of Zambia. Christon Tembo did that. General Mianda, who was a vice president and born-again brother to Dr. Chiluba, said, Mr. President, I love you. You and I love Christ. But icha constitution of a president, I'm so sorry, we have to differ. The constitution is far bigger than you and me. Can we see men of integrity in the UPND rise and tell President Hakainde Hichilema that our president Ichimwachita cannot be done? You may lose your job, you may lose the opportunity you have, but posterity will remember you. Posterity will remember your grace, grace your family very well. I've always said the sacrifices I made by former president, Dr. Frederick Chiluba. Mwanawasa fired me. I was discriminated against. I was quarantined. I was treated very badly for over 10 years. But the benefits, when they came like a windfall. I got a job as PS. I became ambassador for 8 years. If I didn't sacrifice for Dr. Chiluba then, I wouldn't have gotten the benefits. And there were many men around him who chose to betray him. And there is sad, sorry sight now. Betrayal has its own consequences. Many years later, history might not remember you. So Gary Nkombo, Jack Mwimbo, and the seniors in the UPND, my appeal is, look beyond President Hakainde Hichilema. It doesn't mean well. His intentions are not good. He's lost favor with, I think, God and our people. And he's pushing a process that's not good for our country. Where are the men with spine in the UPND who can stand up and say, Bakateka, we can't have you appoint 42 MPs? Where are those men who say, Bakateka, this bill is promoting your personal interest, not the interest of the UPND and the interest of our country? Where are those men in UPND? Has your courage disappeared? If you stood with the PF against the PF that was ready to destroy you, that was ready to shoot you, why are you standing with Hichilema, who is intent? The same fears you had, PF was doing against the country are the same processes President Hakainde Hichilema is putting you through. Where are those men? Where is your spine to stand against President Hakainde Hichilema? So as we appeal to the renegades in PF, as we appeal to those independents, we have to appeal to you, especially the senior leaders in UPND. You have seen that your emperor is naked. Your emperor is now a subject and object of mockery in our country. This is a leader you had believed in, you sacrificed in. You laid your life for him. He stepped on you and became president. You carried him on your shoulders, but he's betraying the country, the very principles that you stood for. Why don't you challenge him? We saw this process. Men rise in difficult circumstances like this. Where are you, the men in UPND? Where are you, the men in UPND? Are you telling me you are all of one accord? You have 10 bishops from the Catholic Church. They've said this thing is wrong. You have the Oasis Forum, the lawyers in this country. Jack Mwimbu, you belong to that law fraternity. You know how it works. They are saying there's something wrong with this. You have NGOCC, a passionate organization for our mothers. They are saying this thing is wrong. Imoba UPND, the senior leaders, you can't see. Mulambo Haimbe, distinguished young lawyer, a family of lawyers. Your parents were lawyers. Your brothers are lawyers, distinguished in this country. You mean you can't see something wrong? Will you be partisan in your approach, not national in character? How about UPND? Me, I'm very, very surprised that I can't see a man in you. I can't see. All I'm seeing are boys being whipped around like cattle by one man. Ichichena icha constitution chafina. Ichicha bill 7 bane chafina. If there is any time we need men to rise, it is now. I'm not pushing the PF to stand. Me, I'm challenging the UPND. Where are the men in UPND? God bless you, and we will see you.
Malaiti na lelo kulibe fertilizer famasa kwanisa bati uzati kwenyu sembe tenze tinazibati. This is what you meant. Kaleza sembe sitina vote talemana boaba talemana boza basi eni baende tione kovina wenye wapaka sweet kaisha tifuna mariza utinoti mastori abamvula ya kwa manje mulimi sana fole fertilizer yodula tizagula bonji apati enda kuma elections muzani pasa exuze bwanji ndabachi onekani napanga mistake talemana boaba talemana boza basi eni baende tione kovina wenye wapaka sweet kaisha tifuna mariza usinoti mastori.
Inokuya pa market mwe bantu ndefwa ko fertilizer 750 yo kwali ba fertilizer 750 njibe ba vice president yebala ndire benga bepata
lelo bwacha bakamba mukyalo kyeswi kya Zambia kyaweka enjoy abantu bafo bakamba kule kumumfumbwe more than 20 people balebe pati ni babiri bagamba fish to arufyanya people have died mumino yabakapokola the police killing people. Why in the same government bagamba abductions have happened? Bagamba, if you're not with them, it's either you're dead or you're in prison. This government, you're going to change big man. Fish to Arfianya Pakubika office. Fish to Arfianya. Why me? Missing. Achani Rubamwaicho and Dizona. Where is why me? HH, tell us with your government, where is why me? Give us why me. Justice for why me, big man. Wachila mo HH. Wala tupwisha bega kutupwisha bagamba. Katwale kya kulanda big man. Oh, you think? mind about that. Oh, Zambia to a sevana. Ah, Baga, Vanessa to a pueni. Mujala Jesu. It's a Zambia. Tuamona mwempwa. Baga, tuamona mwempwa. I'm objection Baga. Oh, Muteko toaleta. Wadulete lama. Amazala mush. No, you can take her. But I bump to the no, you can take her. Up and up over there. Mufulo, 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 mufulo. Wakufota over there. Mufulo, 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 mufulo. Makufuatika. Mufulo, 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 mufulo. Makufuatika, fuatika. Mufulo, mufulo, mufulo. When you die at Bafwe. Mufulo, 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 mufulo. Aikona man. Mufulo, 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 mufulo. Ita yako. Mufulo, 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 mufulo. Yakuyati kwenyu. Mufulo, 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 mufulo. Mayona batata. Mayona batata. Bayuthi. Tentwisuli amenso. Tentwisuli amenso. Batu sendela nomba batu ipaira na hope Yesu. Endika chagwa lungu watu bela tinati kwa tila plan B. Nomba tu alishiba plan B aba mino ya kualesa. Bantu banga abala fa mucharo chesu cha Zambia. Nibanga bantu abala abducted mucharo chesu cha Zambia. Bambire kuli jeje banda. Nibanga bantu abala ba prison. Abena chitotela chilangwa. Wote baba prison netunguru shina shimbi na shimbi. Muri one government ya kwa ejeji. Abantu naba fa mweleza. Aikata nomba baikata na kuyetika chakwa lungu watu kwa tile plan B. Abakubo byabyo mufulo big bang mufulo ba mufulo birabine batsendela etika chakwa apa nomba bane mufulo ba mufulo mufulo ba mufulo bakuvota bane mufulo ba mufulo mufulo ba mufulo bakufuatika mufulo ba mufulo mufulo ba mufulo bakufuatika fuatika mufulo ba mufulo mufulo ba kwenyu tayakwa kwe mufulo ba mufulo mufulo ba mufulo aikona man mufulo ba mufulo mufulo ba mufulo ita yako mufulo ba mufulo mufulo ba mufulo yakuyati kwenyu mufulo ba mufulo mufulo ba mufulo. HH does not mean well for Mother Zambia. Zambia to Asebana, this is not the Mother Zambia that we were left with by our ancestors, our forefathers who fought so hard to liberate us. Dr. Kenneth Kaunda, Nalumino Mundia, Mama Julia Chikamoneka, Simon Mwansaka Pwepwe, they fought so hard to put this country on the map, to put this country where it is today.